Let me tell you.
Well, we're live.
Welcome.
Yeah, we're live now. I mean, you can keep talking. Hey, yeah, we're late.
Speed I've ever seen.
We are really late.
It's my fault.
It's his work's fault.
Technically, it's sort of his brother's fault.
Can you hit the power button on DJ Magic Dragon?
Which one's the power button?
The one that looks like a power button.
I mean, I see a box.
Yeah, it's on the side. It's either on that side or the side that's not facing you. Hold it a little bit for a second. And let go. Red light come on?
No. There you go.
There we go. Okay. Hi, Wes. Sorry about last week. I was sick.
Wes is
it Wes?
Riches and fame.
What's
and
life?
everything in between.
Ooh. Okay.
Shorzy.
Shorzy, I didn't even know it was here. Bro. All right. So, sorry, we're a bit discombobulated. We're late and all that fun stuff. He's coming.
Oh, he's right there.
Can I get a Guinness?
I thought I got one out for everyone. Did I know?
For one choice.
Can I get an open Guinness?
Oh, I did have it out, but I put it back in. My bad.
That's fine. Something was out.
This episode is not sponsored by Guinness, although we are 100% available for sponsorship.
All right. Does everything look good? Sound coming through?
Is this
all this fun stuff? This is
Fallout 1.
Well, the West. It's Dragon Age.
Oh.
The Western approach.
Well, I see where they got their inspiration from.
Yeah. Let me go to the editor because this is different now. All right.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to sign into my fucking...
I didn't even get to finish my Shorzy spiel. I have one for everyone.
How far are you into the show?
I'm in the 6th season.
Oh, you're already done pretty much?
I haven't finished it, but I'm in the 6th season. Is there more? Is there a 7th season?
No.
Then close.
They come out with one every year now, so that they made all famous.
The same kind of skit. Very Canadian.
Very Canadian. Very great. I'm talking about Letterkenny.
I know it takes place in Canada, but the structure of it is very
the only
Canadian
thing I find weird
history.
Is all the temperature and weights and measures they say are all American. They always say feet, miles per hour, pounds.
Did you know that in England they only use Celsius for below 0, but Fahrenheit for above 0?
Wait, what?
I don't know my Twitch username. I cleared the browser history on my phone because I just realized that it's just huge. It's like, let's clear things out.
It's Baby Goggler 6969.
No, it's not Baby Choker. It was something stupid where you actually told me it could have literally been anything but that. And I was like,
Wes, how you doing? You went overboard, and you're.
Did he go overboard?
Fighting the evil mermaids.
No, he didn't go. He didn't go overboard.
His friend went overboard.
You went to rescue somebody.
No, he didn't go in the water.
Rescue. You rescue somebody from going overboard. I think.
Because I don't know. Well, we'll get into the recap. I just need to do this.
It makes me sign up through Twitch to get my.
What time is it? It's almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
we're late.
We're waiting for you to close out again.
Quit your damn job. Jack, that bit, by the way, your brother's a mint patriot for pulling your whole damn line out of the leadership pool.
Dude. The fact that you had that ready to go is...
I've been practicing for 2 weeks.
Actually fairly impressive.
We'll just stick with that right
So it just means I don't have my character sheet at all since I can't log in. No clue in the world what my fucking Twitch account is.
You made it Zeronax, didn't you?
No, it's my Discord.
The thing I have a beer. Oh, hey, well, cheers to you, Wes. We won't tell your parents that you're sneaking one of your father's beers, but we're glad to have you with us.
Nope.
My campaign.
It was something dumb like it had like penis in it or something like that. Like
Just go by email.
Screaming or whatever.
Hold on.
Where, I don't even see that as a
Zeronax. Your Twitch handle. So you're Giant Hippo, you're Nabicus. You're Zeronax.
I'm under Zeronax. None of my
Robert,
passwords work.
don't you start.
No, I'm looking at your character, and its player is Zeronax. Just like I'm Karmic Cycle. Are you sure it's not under your email, though?
I don't even know what email I would use for this. I'll try.
Well, I'm going to hit the big monster while you figure that out. That's what I'm going to do. Mr. Kanaloa Octopus Farm. Is that a place you went to? Did you buy that hat at that place in Hawaii?
Kanaloa in Hawaii,
Didn't they have better hats?
I mean, we could just go ahead and go. You could look up his character for him.
I have it right
I
here.
think they had better hats.
Yeah, when you signed on for this originally, you used the username Zeronax. But I think signing into...
Remember, I actually signed up for something and you were like, really? I was like, that's the only thing I could find. Like, you could literally put, blow it up your butt.
Do you know how when you apply for a job, they always emphasize like you must have reliable transportation.
Blow it up your butt
to
to your username.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it's something terrible. I found it though, so I'm good.
It was blow it up your butt.
It was.
It was blowing up your butt, ladies and
Now I just have to
gentlemen.
be able to find my, now you guys know my...
Oh, we know your username. Whatever. Alright. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Wileyverse. We've had a week off because I was sick. And I'm still a little bit congested. So I'm going to be drinking a lot of this nectar called Guinness Drought. We're not sponsored, but we're available to keep my throat nice and moist so I can describe what's happening to these characters. Moist. The Three Mousketeers.
Hey.
Our group are a bunch of Dragonborn. They are playing an all Dragonborn campaign from the Forgotten Realms. The realm of Time and Thur is in peril. Their kingdom has been pushed to the edge. An undead god king, possibly siding with Tiamat, is trying to wipe them off the face of this planet. They've gone on an epic quest, possibly from Bahamut, to save their homeland. And they now find themselves heading to the frozen north on a ship. It is a sailing vessel, not a longboat, a regular sailing vessel, but it is crewed by Vikings, and they are heading north to forge what they believe is a god weapon to help turn the tide and save their nation. Last session, they found themselves besieged by, or ambushed by, Marrow, demon mermaid, merfolk, mermen, merwomen.
Fish folk.
Fish folk. Well, the Sahagin are kind of fish folk. These are, they're fishy, but.
They're like Ely.
Ely. That's good. That's a nice word, Ely.
Ely. That's a good word.
They had pushed back the first tide, but the helm is in critical danger of being taken over by the chieftain of the Marrow, and they are now up on the aft castle, facing down the Marrow chieftain.
Nice. I drew a picture.
Also, everyone has notebooks now, and they're all really cool.
I really like our notebooks.
They are really cool. Like, you show yours off yet?
Oh, Several, I was just talking about your mother.
So, this is Hey, wild card Carl.
Hey, wild card, what's going on?
Hey, just in time to hear that joke.
You're not gonna show the camera? Huh? Here's his notebook. The dragon
Nice.
eye on it.
Nice note.
What you should do is get one of those gold pens and turn one of the scales into gold.
Ooh.
That's a good call.
I might have a paint pen.
Yeah, the gold paint pen.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. All right, so
It says a nod on it.
since this is kind of a new combat round, let's just start with a brand new initiative as this thing
Yeah.
slithers up onto the deck
There were
and stands before you.
How big is this guy? Is he covering the whole?
Well, his hands came up over the aft deck,
The aft castle.
the aft castle, and they were big enough to really be like impressive.
Yeah.
No.
He's probably 16 to 18 feet long with his tail. When he's standing before you,
Yeah.
he's 9 to 12 feet tall.
Oh, okay.
With his tail
Crafty.
down behind him.
I'm less
He's
scared of him.
he's a pretty massive creature. He's got embedded in his, or it seems to be growing out of his knuckles and hands, like jagged coral is just growing out of his bones on his hands.
Oh really?
He has one of those wicked harpoons with 3 like grapple blades on it.
Trident?
No. They're going backwards.
Ew,
Like more like a gaff.
Yeah, like.
oh, fuck that.
Yeah. Trouble.
And there's rope coming off of that back into the water, and it seems weighted.
Fish?
He also has a blade at his side, which just looks like a shark fin that's been sharpened. It's just sitting at his side. He doesn't have it in his hand yet, but it really looks like he just stuck a, piece of mast or something into a shark fin and sharpened the edges of the shark fin sitting there. But yeah, right now he's just holding that harpoon, and he slithered up on there, bringing a whole bunch of water. He's just facing you. You guys are in 2 distinct groups. 2 of you ran up one side of the aft castle, and I believe that was you and you.
I remember I chopped one in half and scared.
Me and him were together, and him and my.
And you and Ayasa are on
Well,
the opposite side of the
Didn't I
aft castle.
climb? Did I not climb?
Oh yeah, I think he might have. climbed.
No.
It could
I was
be.
going to.
I think you and whichever it is. So like
Oh, she gave me. No, sorry. She gave me haste. I was going to
you
climb.
have
I
haste,
also
but you just.
hasted. But the haste
Yep.
is over, I'm sure, at this point.
Oh no,
Okay.
that's
It lasts a good bit.
like a minute long. And remember, you become exhausted when it ends.
Yeah.
So you've got like about 5 more turns before you get exhausted.
Okay.
So the way it is so aft castles like this. Say the wheel is here in the middle, the 2 bridges up, the deck is this way.
Mhm.
So Rofros and Savroth, right?
What's his name?
Goldath. I keep wanting to call you Lord Goldath.
He is Goldath.
You're up here, so you're close to the railing and closest to him. The helmsman and the sidereal are hiding behind the wheel right now. Then Xerinax and Ayasa are at the other stairway up from the off castle on the opposite side. So it's here, you 2 are here, them 2 are there, and then there's the wheel in the middle, kind of in the back, with the helmsman and sidereal.
This is what an aft castle looks like. So the wheel would be in the center. If you look from mid-deck, the mast would be here in the center. But there's 2 staircases that lead up to the raised area, the back area that you command from, basically.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
So, initiatives.
All right.
I have haste. Do I go first?
No, but I will give you, since you have to roll it, you get advantage on the...
Ha!
Motherfucker,
Natural 20.
I know.
Can I roll your natural 20 dice?
Yes.
Oh, I was like,
You're
what?
welcome.
15 for me.
All
natural 20 for initiative. First roll of the night. I like it.
Yeah,
This is-
I told you I was feeling lucky when I took that ice cream out of that lady's purse.
What kind of ice cream was it?
It was a push pop, an orange push pop.
Yeah. Where are you gonna find a push pop? A lady's purse. That's where you're gonna find it.
It was too cold. I was amazed. I was like, how long was this in your purse? You said I have dry ice in there.
15 again.
I don't want to be that guy. Natural
Okay.
20 on initiative.
Rofrost,
This every
Still the first roll out of everybody the whole time.
Oh God.
what did you get?
Natural 20.
Well, 22.
Oh, that's right, huh?
Yeah.
19.
And that was with advantage? You rolled 2 dice?
Yeah, 15 was what I rolled.
He's rolling like Mitch again.
We're
all safe. Oh, 7.
7, okay. All right,
So
so...
he watches and calculates, then makes his
Hey,
move.
I always like to bring up the weird
it's
voice.
yeah, Rofrost, you are. This is what you were built to do: take on big nasty things and protect people. So
Yeah.
this thing slides up on. It yells. It screams something in a language I don't think anyone here speaks.
I do speak Merid. Do they speak Merid?
No.
Married.
I don't speak Merid.
That's
Alright,
like a
yeah.
fucking liar.
That would have been amazing. He said,
You speak Elven, right?
Yeah.
Speak
Otherwise, it's just you and me are common Draconic, right?
yeah,
Okay.
I don't speak shit.
It
Yeah.
doesn't.
Hey, Wes, $20.
What?
Damn,
Are you
Hey.
fucking kidding me? For real?
For reals?
For reals.
Thank
Is there a
you.
comment that he attached to
What's
it?
the comment here? No comment.
Oh, that's okay.
That's
He
okay.
He makes
Do you have a
comments
little
for everybody
robot
else.
voice that says like,
No, I
I
don't.
would like to?
I don't put any of that because
Wes,
we don't have
appreciate
speakers.
it. You're here
We
every
really
week.
appreciate
You're
it.
our biggest fan. We
Yeah.
appreciate you, Wes.
I
Yeah,
put
thank
you. I put you specifically in the "we're not going to be broadcasting" message last week.
Oh, that's right.
It was,
What was
you know,
the broadcast message?
It was the an in real life monster. Sorry to our viewers. Sorry, Wes. Like in parentheses,
All right,
particular,
cool.
calling him out. He messaged me afterwards. He's like, "I saw your message. You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm sick."
Aw.
So thank you for being
Aw.
here every week.
Post it on your Instagram.
Oh, nice.
Is Instagram like a phone app? Or
It is a social media
You hipster
platform.
fuck.
Why? Because I'm wearing a
I
trucker hat?
I still trade Polaroids.
Hey, when Kodak was going down, I almost invested. I had
Come
like
on.
a dozen people be like, "Don't do that."
Come on, Snapchat King, calm down. That is him now, but you were the undisputed champion before Dayton got on.
And everyone regrets that.
All
Right. All right.
It's-
Alright,
it's also
so,
my fault. Before we get started, real quick, there.
It's
how
a
many
thingy, Mitch. It's a picture thingy.
How many marrow did we decide were still on the deck? Because we
You-
took out like 4 or 5 of them. and
There
some
are
went over.
2 that had cowered back.
Then they went towards their chieftain.
Yeah, they went back, and then the chieftain came up. So now they've turned back around.
So it's just the 2 and the chief. We got rid of the rest of the deck.
Everything else
Okay,
is
cool.
Well, yeah,
The rest of the
because
Everyone
sailors-
else
the sailors
dumped,
kinda
jumped,
rallied.
or
I know
yeah.
on our way up to the outcastle, like we took
You-
out some more that
Yeah.
I think you and Ayasa had injured,
I
and
think
they
we
were like
killed-
trying to
killed
run
a
up
total
there.
of 3.
There was like 4 up there, 4 or 5
Well,
up
Ayasa
there.
done it because she had done the fireball, so some of them were burnt and they were trying to run up there.
Mm.
But me and him on our way were like,
That's right.
You
"No,
cut
we're gonna
people's
take you
tabs,
I
out."
take
remember
them
doing
out.
an intimidation roll too.
So there are, calling it for this, is there are 2. There are
Okay.
2 either that came up with him or rallied because they were running from you. But you, like, the ones that, there was 4 up there, I remember, attacking the helmsman and the sidereal. And you took most of them
I was
out.
gonna say, we
this
beat
thing,
some
when it
ass,
came
actually.
up, it roared at us, and I think I was the only one to fail a morale
I
check.
think you did.
Oh, that's-
Constitution. Was it Constitution?
It was
Willpower.
it was willpower,
I
it was
think,
wisdom.
yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
had a
It was a
Constitution.
fear-
Something
it was a
happened to
fear
me that
check.
I had to roll a Constitution check, I think.
Yeah.
I think I failed.
That's all right.
No, okay.
You're rallying because you're just gonna have disadvantage for your first attack on it.
All right, cool. So now we're having like a classic Final Fantasy fight where it's 1 big one and 2 small ones.
Yes,
All
uh-huh.
right, perfect. I like it.
Disadvantage against the big
Your
guy.
first attack against the big guy.
That's what it is, right? I know how to deal with that.
All right.
Since you brought that up, I'm also giving you inspiration for reminding me of that fail.
Oh, all
So
right.
You have an inspiration button.
I do. Yes.
it's the token is nice to hold in your hand though.
I would.
I just look. I'm always like,
It's not.
All right. I have a spell active that I'm concentrating on. I'm gonna keep on to it.
It's a picture thingy, Mitch.
I
Yeah,
heard that, yeah.
picture thingy. Oh, do I attack a little guy or the big guy? I think I have to attack the big guy. Yep. I say, you don't scare me.
With fear in your voice.
You don't scare me.
You don't scare me.
Roll after disadvantage.
Alright.
I will cancel my inspiration.
Nice.
Oh yes, here don't then roll your own dice. Then don't use mine, shitty dice.
Yeah,
No, I don't want that copper dice.
Never use.
I'm not
Never
looking
use
for
a copper slab.
Yeah. I'm looking for the bronze barrage.
So for those of you at home that have probably heard Copper Slab said a dozen times tonight already, we use D&D Beyond, and our Dungeon Master can look at it and see what our equipment looks like, what we have going on. He can manage our skills and our levels and stuff like that through it. Well, I found out I can customize certain things. Or everything.
Pretty much.
And so my melee attack, I named it the Copper Slap because I'm copper. But it was like our third or fourth session after I named it that Wiley was like looking through it and he goes, "What the fuck is the Copper Slap?" I was like,
It's my melee attack.
It's my melee attack. So it's become a thing now where it's like, it's kind of a joke because I'm the rogue and I'm like, like the Copper Slap is like nothing to be feared despite the name. 10's not bad.
Well, I have
10
two
plus
effects
your-
going on. I
yeah.
have my glowy thing going on, and I have well, that only affects damage. But yeah,
You hit
it's 10 plus. Golly,
at least
it's
6.
10 plus 11.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, it was 10 plus 10, but I have the cape.
That's charisma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my charisma adds to my attack.
When you have your
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh!
Yeah, you hit. There's no way
Some crazy.
well there's no way a
six
6 level fighter class is going to miss a 15 AC on a 10 regardless.
It's crazy.
Like,
It's crazy.
But yeah, so
The only thing that kills me is disadvantages. Yeah.
So, we did run a game once where you rolled a 20 and an 18 once on disadvantage.
So I have the spell Divine Favor active.
I mean, we played a whole Warhammer 40k session
Which
where I was a
was-
human with a gun.
Yeah.
4. Alright.
You're mortally wounded.
But this is the thing I do. Oh wait, no, it was a lot more than that to hit. But I hit him. Alright.
You hit him. You
Yeah. Alright, so 2d6.
Let's roll your damage.
I never miss.
I just want to ensure you that I hit this guy.
It'd be different if like you were threatening a critical. We need to read the rules, but
Anyway, so I roar at that. I am not afraid of you. Just get some morale to the boys. So I'm also going to use my Ferda. Yeah.
Just say Ferda by
I'm going to use a spell slot to also put in the 2d8 for the thing.
ugh. Okay.
You damn right I am. Get off my boat.
Wolfmaster, you're rolling like me.
Keep in mind though, I don't have divine armor on. I have divine favor on. So I just do another.
Yeah, I'm gonna
4
slap the
damage.
shit out of you.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah. My AC not the best right now, but I'm gonna put out the damage. Bra, bra, bra. And I get to re-roll this.
You got another one right here.
Thank you. Oh, it's only on the. It's only on the.
The weapon.
physical-
Oh,
yeah,
only on the
yeah,
weapon.
yeah.
Sorry, I see what you're saying.
I appreciate this.
Oh,
I
nice.
roll one again. Okay.
8, 9, 13.
That's it.
Yeah.
Plus your
4.
strength.
11. Oh, sorry.
Plus
8.
1 for the magic weapon.
Wait, sorry. I did that terribly wrong. 5 plus 3 is not a 6. So it's 8,
8,
12,
12,
13. Yeah, I did it right.
13 plus 5 for
I
18.
shocked myself that I got it right. So
I only did 18 damage. See, I'm not so
I did that
bad.
fast.
I'm not so bad.
Can't be right.
And then I hit with my.
So
Then I
fast.
attacked my second attack with my bonus action.
Okay.
You want to explain again what you're rolling on?
My second attack.
That's a natural
Oh,
one.
perfect.
man.
Your
Was it a
second-
natural one?
That's a natural one,
Sure
and I have
titties
no
was.
inspiration.
You can't inspire on a natural anything, so.
That's a natural one on my bonus attack. Yeah. What happens now?
How close am I staying?
Hey, it's right at the beginning of the game. This is a perfect
You're
opportunity.
still
I
fearful.
just want to mention right now that I'm way
There's
back.
grand opportunities here.
I'm like,
Which
I'm
I
unfortunately
hope you
probably
don't
right
take.
behind her
Weapon
stupid
sticks
ass.
hard into the wood.
I
We're
kind
gonna
of,
roll.
I kind of do want him to lose his weapon somehow.
My sword?
I mean, not like into the water or anything. Like just into the deck or the railing. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll me a d6.
Ooh, random. That's
Yeah,
not
try
how
to
you do
try
it.
to hide it in
No,
the
it's
kitty.
gotta stay in the kitty. We voted that on every game we've ever played. It stays in the kitty or it's nothing. 3.
3. Okay. So, you went up, like you're fighting that fear, and you used your inspiration. You stood up, and you're ah, and it like you're used to things reacting a certain way when you hit them.
Yeah.
And this thing doesn't react that way. It almost like leans into it and like enjoys the pain. And as you're like, ah, and you like you're trying to come back around for that second strike. You're like, oh, I'm too close. I can't get that strike in. So you start to step backwards, but you're just so off put and it's towering above you that you just trip over and now you fall straight down on your back, swing wildly, and you are now staring at this thing just menacing over top of you as you're flat on your back on the deck.
Ooh, is he prone?
He is prone now.
Ooh, that's terrifying.
And this thing is just overbearing you.
Okay. That the thunder from the strike from using that spell slot didn't like swing it back.
That's why it's moving.
I mean,
It
it hit it.
took it.
Some actually
Took it.
smells like,
Took
kinda
it.
like stinky water.
That's terrifying.
What the fuck's going on?
All right.
We're actually on the sea right now.
That is a very kinky mer monster. So I rolled a 2d6 for my great sword, plus 1d4 because I have divine favor active, and then 2d8 for my paladin divine.
Channeled a spell into it.
Yeah, basically.
This is what makes Paladin so fucking nuts. Is it stack.
Yeah.
Like they start rolling shadow dice.
Because you channeled a second level spell into it? First level spell?
The first level spell, which gives 2d8.
This is where you start rolling like Shadowrun amounts of like splashing dice.
But I can only do that like now. I can only let's see. I have divine favor, so I only have 2 spell slots left. So I can either do a 2d8
Do you mark
or
those
48.
on your...
I haven't marked on here.
I don't...
I have been marking.
Looking at the, now that like your spellcasters in that other game and all this stuff, like how you mark them on the character sheet and all that stuff. It's weird. All right. So that was on 22. On 19, Mr. Haste, let's go back over what you can do now since you are still hasted. So haste. Until the spell ends, the target's speed is doubled. You gain +2 to AC. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws, and you gain an additional action on each turn. That action can be used only to take the attack action, dash, disengage, hide, or use object.
Use object.
Like if you needed to drink a potion,
Okay.
or you wanted to activate your immovable rod.
So it's not fast enough to add another movement action.
Dash. Dash is a movement action.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So you could move, like you have a movement action that's outside of your regular actions, but if you use your regular action, you can take a dash, which is a second move.
Okay, cool. So that is.
And that is, you can actually not move and then just dash type stuff, all that kind of stuff. But
I feel like I would like to climb one of the masts to get a better advantage.
so there's no masts on the aft castle itself.
I'm not on the aft castle.
You are on the aft. You went up with Iyasa.
Oh, I did? No,
Yeah.
then there's no thing up here. Okay, then that's fine.
There is rigging.
No.
Because all the rigging from the main mast goes back to a point.
I get that, but if I'm already, I didn't realize. I thought I was still on deck. I didn't.
No.
I forgot that I.
All 4 of you.
That's
You're
right.
the only 4 up there besides the helmsman and the sidereal.
Got you.
That's why they were
Oh, that's why, because the Sidereal was up there. That's why we went up there. Okay, perfect.
to save her.
So I'm gonna go ahead and engage one of the marrow on the deck, the smaller ones. I'm gonna use I'm gonna do a little bladies that are still infused with air. Is that what we infused them with?
I think so. The pushback.
Yeah.
You're gonna try to like blast him off the side of the deck.
No, what did I use? I didn't puke on him. I know that. Did I spit on him?
You spit on one earlier, so I don't think they have air.
Okay, then
because
it would
the
be
air
acid
was
then.
when you were falling.
Okay, then it would just be
Yeah.
acid. Then they're infused with acid,
Yeah.
or one of them.
I think one of yours still has infused with acid.
Okay, cool. Then I'm just gonna attack one then, because that seemed pretty effective the time before. So.
You can. So I don't like if you're going to use just both your actions to attack.
Mm-hmm.
If you use one of your actions to mess with them, you can try to gain advantage, like distract, get behind him, which would give you your sneak attack abilities.
That's right. Let's do that again then.
So,
let me press the digitate. A flash to the side of one of them. The one I was going to engage, the closest one to me.
Yeah, he is distracted.
So
And that's
now
an action, right?
That's fine.
So that's
that's one
prestidigitation.
action.
So
Now
your
I get
main
a-
action.
Now we get a sneak
that-
attack with 2 weapons.
Yeah, now you can use your move to get next to him, like where he's off, and now you can use your haste action to attack,
Sweet.
and your bonus action to attack with the second weapon if you want.
There we go. That's what I want to do. So that's kind of what I was getting at. All right.
Or you can use your bonus action to cunning action and disengage and get away from him.
No,
But
I'm up
whatever.
here now.
So-
I know. I'm kind of hurt. 25 hits.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
So, oh, that's right. Sneak attack. Extra 3d6.
3d6.
Let's make it 11 damage for the first attack.
And is that plus your dexterity and the
No.
magic bonus?
It is not. 16.
And did you also roll the acid die?
Do I have to roll an acid die?
It's a d6.
Oh, no.
It adds a d6 to it.
Oh. So add 22 for that first strike.
There you go. Yeah, because remember, if it's imbued, it adds
That's
d6
right. I always
of
forget
whatever
that.
damage
Yeah, I
type.
figured it was some extra 6 of acid. And now I have my second action for attacking again. I just don't add...
You won't add your dexterity to the damage.
Okay.
Yeah, you just don't have the strength on the second attack. Essentially, the power. So the same to hit.
So it's just -4 instead of +5. So it's +1.
It's +1, right?
Gotcha. All right. Cool.
So second attack.
Oh, it's still a sneak. Still has acid?
Well, you have to hit first.
Okay. I like that.
And I'm pretty sure.
Um,
I'm sure there's a rule. I don't want to look it
so
up right
the
now.
hit doesn't have the...
The hit has it's the same bonus.
Perfect. So I got a 21.
21. Can you only use your sneak attack once per round?
No, it's
Once
anytime you
per
have an
turn.
advantage.
Once
oh,
per
is
turn.
it? Oh.
Yeah.
So it's just a single hit.
So yeah, you do it on your main hit.
Because
so
once
now,
I hit him, it's not sneaky anymore.
Right.
That's fine. That's okay.
yeah.
I'm cool with
So
that.
now it's your dagger
Perfect.
plus the infusion,
Okay.
and then +1. So or the short
Yeah.
sword plus infusion plus
Perfect. So 6 then. I'm gonna do 6 damage. That's not bad though. 28 damage from the fucking rogue in open combat.
1. Yeah. Both your weapons are now no longer infused with acid.
Gotcha.
They've expunged that. So.
Oh,
All right.
God.
Yeah,
God.
he crumples like, and the acid is
Did you get
burning
him?
into his flesh. No, he's not dead,
There's
but
no way.
he
But
is.
They have very little defense, so I can do a hell of a lot of damage, but I'm not going to kill it in one. All I'm doing right now is weakening up one, because we have 3 enemies in front of us. I'm not going to... The big one is busy.
Yeah.
I probably should have spent some time making that not that way, but that's too late
Okay. The big one's gonna go. The big one is looming over you.
now. This is the chieftain.
The
This is
chieftain.
big one. Okay, cool.
It looks at you like, and you're below it. It kind of like slithers up, coils its tail, and kind of goes up, and you're on the ground, and it just takes that harpoon, double fists it, and is trying to impale you through the deck with it.
He's had worth.
Oh, advantage because you're prone.
Oh, that's right.
Advantage for it.
Oh.
Come on, nat 20. Come on, nat 20.
You can't root against this, man.
I'm not rooting against them, but
He's
Not
actually
for
really
them,
rooting
not
against
for them.
one of us.
Well, that's a good point.
I only have my breastplate on too, so I'm
that's
like.
right. A 22 is going to hit you
so
regardless.
Easy to hit. Yeah, yeah.
So the 22 hits you.
Oh my god, do I just. Okay,
You're
let's roll your dice.
We'll
You're
see.
on the ground.
I know, but he might crash me into the fucking tower, the
Yeah,
cabin. Yeah,
This
yeah.
is why
yeah.
Savroff brings up
Oh.
the beer, because I have to heal your ass all day.
5, 6,
It's way worth it, though.
Come on.
you take
48 damage.
12.
Oh, that's not so bad.
But you
Owie.
are at this point
Unaffected by your bullshit, right?
pinned.
Is that where you're going?
No, that's not where I was going.
You got hit so hard, you gotta look up special rules.
Your turn is next Tuesday.
I knocked
See you
you.
next week when
Yeah.
you were stuck to the avenue.
I knocked you into next Tuesday, so your next action is next week. You
Yeah.
can leave if you want.
I understand. Yeah, no.
That's
This is like Shadow of the Colossus boss fight here.
I love that game.
Let's make it your game.
It's, that's one of 3 games that
This
I've
is the-
fought more than twice.
Have you ever played a session of D&D where you climbed on a boss that is just too big to
You have to
handle?
remember, this is my second vanilla D&D
Oh, that's
game
right.
ever.
Okay.
Yeah. It's been
You
two,
could
it's been
could
2
probably
years,
climb on this guy.
Oh,
It's
look
been
at-
2 years.
Look
We're
at
still-
it's Lord Crane.
fuck you.
Oh,
It's been almost
God.
2 years we've been playing, but we still are fairly novice at this. I've GM'd 2
You
basic games,
are.
which is fun. I really did like making games. So.
A mobile
You are incapacitated.
incapacitated.
Um,
No, hold on.
Define capacity.
it's either restrained or incapacitated. They're kind of.
I mean, incapacitated means I am knocked the hell out.
Nah, let's just go with restrained then. It's actually just as bad. So you are restrained because you're pinned
Yeah,
literally to the wood. Like it's gone through your breastplate,
right.
or
Ooh.
it's pushed your breastplate up and popped through you, through the
I love
your
how bad
body.
you get hurt.
Yeah.
And,
through the wood. You can feel it splinter underneath you, and now it won't come up. You saw that thing, like
yeah.
that's now underneath the wood that's below you and through your body.
Oh, it's gonna be easier to push the pole through you.
But it's attached to a rope that's going into the water
Yeah.
and weighted.
Yeah.
So
Remember that thing where I stuck that in somebody else and pulled on the rope and then
Yeah, I know, I remember. Yeah.
So
Jesus.
you are restrained. Your speed becomes 0. You can't benefit from any bonus to speed. Obviously, you're stuck to the deck. Attack rolls against you all have advantage,
Oh, it's you.
and all your attack rolls have disadvantage. And you have disadvantage on any
I'm
dexterity
sorry.
saving throw.
Oh God.
Wait, he can still make dex saving throws.
He can still try to like move his legs, like out of the way and stuff like that. But yeah, so you are pinned to the deck. I mean, you are.
Yeah.
You just,
Yeah, you got me.
this thing is there and
Oh,
locked in.
boys, ain't good. It's not good.
And he just like spits on you, and like starts to slither around you like you're not even. He just leaves that spear in you and starts heading towards Savroth. Oh, do you have your dual spell? Do you still have that dual
I
spell?
do. That's the next thing I was gonna cast.
Oh, I want you to be like, no, you're gonna duel me, and he's like, oh really? Jiggle, jiggle,
I
jiggle.
wish you didn't
jiggle,
say that
jiggle,
because
jiggle.
that is exactly the next
No,
thing I was gonna
I
do.
really want you to do that. It's gonna be fantastic.
Spoilers. Alright.
Oh man,
Guess you
such a
two
great spell.
The other two of you don't get hurt.
All right,
Can't use my healing spell on you.
I'm already kind of hurt.
that guy turns and tries to strike you. He is the
Who's
one
that,
you.
Sabra?
No, the big guy's going after him.
Oh,
The guy that you just attacked.
yeah, he's fine.
He turns and he
Excuse me?
tries to claw and bite you. 22 hit you.
Yeah, 17.
That's claw, and a 16 is not going to hit you. You said you have a 17.
17 with the haste, yeah.
All
This
right.
game only adds 2 armor class with haste. Also, we have to talk really fast.
Don't real fast. Oh no! He's gonna get over there. We can't understand you. Just stop talking.
Squirrel.
The claw.
The claw.
Who was that? Is that you?
No, it's
No,
the
it's
scale.
fucking
Oh
Robert.
man.
What?
Oh, was it the mozzarella sticks?
Ooh, that one's way worse than the
I
last team.
whoa. I didn't do another one.
Well, then it's lingering.
Yeah.
It comes in waves. Oh my god.
That's possible.
I am sorry.
It's all good.
12.
We'd like to thank everyone trying out.
That's his max
Smell-o-vision.
damage with his claws. Slashing damage. Oh, you can use your reaction to take half damage.
Oh, that's right. Ooh, thank God.
Why do you all assume it's me? Anyway?
Because it's you.
Oh my
I'm
God.
not farting. He's not farting.
How do you know he's not fighting?
You'd know if I'd fart.
Oh, whoops. Shit.
Oh yeah, I know when Wiley farts.
How do you know if it's not
Cause
me?
I'll be working and I'll
This could all be
almost pass
clever
out as I walk
ruse
by his fucking
by-
stool at the bar and be like,
My stool at the bar. It's a double entendre.
Sorry. You did 6 damage?
I did 6 damage to you when you use your reaction to take half damage.
Okay.
All right. The other one
get
is
into the brain.
I just love the stool at the bar. That's pretty good.
the second one sees that the big guy's going after you, and he is also going to slither up and try to essentially put you on the ropes for the boss to get you. So
What the fuck did I do?
Well, you
you're
can get
kind of
central,
shiny,
you
and
said. Oh,
the
he's
big
central.
guy's down. A 9 is not going to hit, but a 25 I assume will.
Use the shield, my lord.
You're normally a shield.
7.
Just laying on the ground.
He has this inanimate shield that he carries with him for some reason.
We also should not lose Roras. Of all the people to die.
Fine.
I'm fine, I'm just stuck!
As often as I die, this is the first time where I'm like, I'm the most expendable. You lose someone, you should be losing me right
Against
now.
the Drake, how many times did he die?
Twice. Well, he died
Twice?
twice. Well, he got really
Twice.
hurt in the town. Like,
Yeah.
he, like, incapacitated, knocked out, hurt.
Well, I thought he came down and breathed the fire, and it didn't kill him then.
No, but
then the second
did.
time
Yeah,
it did,
yeah.
Then
and then
somebody
the
healed him,
third
and then-
attack
Yeah.
dropped him
Yeah.
again.
It dropped him again, and then it realized after the second time that it killed him that something was going on, and it quit focusing on
Then
him.
you realized I was immortal.
Yeah, I drew a picture
Okay.
of it.
Yeah, you literally have
So-
to get basically like
The
red.
Drake
Oh,
burned
yeah.
Frost to death twice.
Okay, so that was on 18. The next is Ayasa on 14. Well,
it's not Sephiroth
Ayasa's
on
here.
7?
no.
Yes.
I love your fucking initiatives every time.
I never roll
I'm
high
getting
initiative.
around to it.
Ever. In both games we've been playing, I have no dex. So I get no plus to the roll either. So it's like,
Well, it's weird for me because
Four.
I'm like Dex as fuck, and this guy keeps beating me in the initiative rounds. Like initiative, a natural 20. I'm like 12 plus 4, 16. Great, good for me.
She's gonna pour.
I'm ready. You're just always ready. I hit at it. I'm like, I wasn't even ready.
I'm ready to go, Joe.
She's gonna pour all 3 scorching rays into the one that's on you.
the smaller guy.
Yeah. As she wants to get that thing away from you.
Little come in like little, what are they, spinning blades, aren't they?
They're wings. They're dragon wings. They go-
Little fire dragon wings. Yeah.
Natural 20,
Okay.
17, and 16 all hit,
Nice. Good.
including
good.
a critical. So that's
We just stopped making jokes about getting
2d6 double damage.
I said, get rid
2d6.
of me.
2d6
I'm
Not
so
up tonight.
2d6.
There we go. Look at that.
This is Shadowrun level
Yeah.
stuff right
I
here.
love that like that sound.
Oh, it's so good.
The splash of dice. That was my favorite part about Shadowrun, was just getting those like 14 dice.
I like a lot of those dice.
2 successes.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
10,
14
20,
failures and 2 successes. Wait, what?
31, 34.
34. Damn, that was way better. 22 was pretty good, but 34. I mean, hey, that's good for me though. I got knives and I did
Yeah.
22.
Oh, no.
Like, I was a good fucking stab
You
for
good
me.
stuff. Yeah, she blasts that thing. It has like sizzling gorge marks on it. Like chunks of it are missing and burning. You smell cooked fish. Cooked like this. It's like
We realized we're hungry. Wow, that's
I think
and
I
that
know
thing.
my last meal. Well,
That thing like almost hits the deck and writhes. It's in such pain as it gets blasted by these scorching rays, or scorching wings as they were. And she like yells at it, and she yells at it.
what
And
is he yell? Is it primordial, some language we don't know?
She wouldn't know anything primordial. That's a little.
She's a wizard.
Primordial is a weird language to know, but if you're as tied to the elements as she is, especially like with fire, that actually wouldn't be far off.
Oh, really?
Because primordial is the elemental language. It's what elementals of water, fire, whatever would speak. But I don't think she. This is not.
That's a good point. I might want to pick a language for another character then.
If you die right now, you'll create a new character.
Yeah, she yells something in Draconic, so the rest of you is like, you know,
Says the healer, literally, like looking through my healing.
she
spells
says
right now,
something like
"Alright."
"fish is on the menu tonight," and
Chill out.
Oh,
chill out.
Oh, I yasa as you die.
Yeah.
I hate hunts.
Lastly, I heard, what's the plan?
I rewatched Highlander recently, and I was really excited. I forgot about the line where he's like, his wife is like crying over him, and he's like, "Quiet, woman. He's a Highlander. The last sound you hear should not be that the wailing of a woman." And
Wow.
like dismisses her as like her husband dies, and I was like,
Yeah. Never watched Highlander.
"What?"
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. A lot of me. I know. It's weird how creative I am, having not had resources to draw upon.
Was it a good evening, ladies? Nuns.
What is that guy's name?
No sense of humor. The Kurgan.
Jeff Brown. Yeah, no, Kurgan.
Oh, you're talking about him?
the
That's
actor. It's Clancy Brown.
Clancy Brown.
He's a
He was
fucking
the sergeant busted down to private that got the brain bug.
Yep.
Wes just dropped
What?
another 20 on
What?
it.
The fuck?
Wes, are
Just
you
because I
drunk?
like you for a lot, there may be more coming later.
Wes,
Can you come
do
like,
we? I
can-
don't.
Whoa, whoa.
I
like
really-
somewhere over
I was
here?
really
Maybe-
hoping
do I need
to-
to- do I need to take my
Yeah.
shirt off?
I think that's actually against Twitch rules. Even for males.
What? Huh?
Having your shirt off.
Having my shirt off?
I think even for males, it's like against the rules now.
Shirtless.
Thank you,
D&D.
Wes. That is
Oh my God.
amazing. Thank you. We
Let's get that
appreciate it.
Camera. Damn.
We got a camera. It doesn't work. We're gonna get another camera for the kitty. Well, we got this one. I need to make this one work.
Oh, that. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, big cheers to you, Wes.
Big cheers. Thank you
Cheers.
very much. I eventually I don't know if you've seen The Chain, Matt Colville's series. They shoot tonight, but like they have 4 people on the side. They have 4 people at the table, and so like it would be like you and him, and there's a camera right there, just like there'd be a camera there.
Oh, looking
So
table
at the other
between
way,
them?
no, the other people.
Oh.
So you have two people on this side with the camera behind them, and two people on this side with the camera behind them.
And they splice it.
And they just like this, but it's cut in 4 ways. Just like Critical Role, you can see half the table and half the table, but you can actually see their camera. Is like I'm sitting here on my side of the table. There's a camera right here, and it's showing the guy from the other side of the table.
Right.
So the camera over there is showing me, the camera over there is showing there. So like we can have a 4-person game.
It would be pretty cool.
And open this up and not have crowded 3 people right here, type thing. But I mean, we don't not necessarily needed, but there's a lot more production value we can put into this.
Thank you. You know what? Sorry to break you guys. We haven't broken us
Break.
yet.
Well, Mitch walked away. He went to go pee slowly.
Mm-hmm.
But
What? 27?
no.
My last one for the night? Maybe. 27 bucks.
Are you kidding me?
That's $67. You need at least $2 more. No, don't do that.
Don't.
No, you have given more than enough. The fact that you're here every week is enough for us. That is amazing. Thank you so much. So that was Ayasa.
Thank you.
I think that's everyone, right? That's
No one else needs
No
to
one
go.
else
We
needs to
just
go,
back
right?
All I want to know is
it's Sabra.
oh,
He hasn't gone yet. That's 7.
you
Thank
can
you.
take a training
Thank you
only if
so
you
much.
wish, sir, my
What?
lord.
$2.
You threw in the 2.
Yeah.
$69. I need to have the right now. So I actually can add it.
Is it high tipper?
It's the high tipper banner.
You got one of those?
I do
You
have
made
it.
one?
The donation ticker. So like if I were to add it, shit, where is it? Yeah, right there. Oh, it's not going to do your add up. That's terrible.
Oh no.
But it just runs through all the high tippers.
Because he'll be like,
But like God, if it added up, that would have been fantastic.
the tipper
And
ticker?
put it at 69.
Yeah.
Fucking beautiful.
Thank you
Oh,
so very much.
Thank you, jeez.
Whoa.
Crazy. Oh, I need another Guinness after that one. Jeez.
Make it 2. We can afford
Yeah, I
it.
need it. Yeah, we can afford beer. Thanks for the beer.
Yeah. Thank you. You are providing the fuel
thank
that
you.
drives this game.
Thank you so much. That's
That's really cool.
fantastic.
That is really
Yeah,
cool.
seriously.
And you really don't have to. Like we've all got other things going. We got jobs. We're okay. Like it's very, very much
Oh,
appreciated.
I'll take it.
Wes got a round for us. Let's have a round for
We're gonna have a
Listen.
Are
toast.
we all having a round?
Yes, a round.
Yeah.
Man, a round is everybody. One more.
No, we didn't have to, Robert.
We don't have to get
Excuse me. Fuck your whole life, Savroff.
Fuck
I'll
my
sell
entire
all
fucking
the
life. Fuck my entire fucking life, Sabroth. Fuck my entire fucking gold scale, Sabroth.
Hey,
Thank you,
Wes.
Wolfmaster.
Wolfmaster Wes.
317. Is that your birthday? Is your birthday?
He's an old
seriously.
bastard.
No, like is March 17th his birthday on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, that was an ancient Roman.
Yes, it is. Bang. 317.
Wow.
Fellow Pisces.
Someone's got inspiration.
My birthday is
3-1.
Friday. It is this Friday.
This Friday?
Yep.
Why didn't you ever have a birthday when I get paid? That'd be great.
Why don't you ever have $5 ready?
I thought you had inspiration. I thought you had $7 in your wallet.
Got him.
Shit. So,
Thank you.
speaking
Thank
of
you.
piercing through my heart.
Okay.
Is this
Sabra.
is the treble?
It's Sabra.
Which side?
It's Sabra.
Okay,
Sabra.
okay. I do want to know though, which side of the bars did this whole thing go through me?
Yeah.
But it moved. It didn't pierce your breastplate. It went below it, so your
Yeah.
breastplate's intact.
And then the up part got through me. Okay.
Oh, Wolfmaster, you have inspiration for sure.
Oh,
Oh,
you-
yeah.
You have, so I do this thing. I found out the name for it. If I give you inspiration and you already have it, you get iridation,
Iridation.
which is iridation knowledge. You have knowledge, which you can use to get skills, all that stuff. So iridation is the other thing. So
And then if you get wet,
So
well,
I
I have
just said-
iridation, you
I
have
said
irrigation,
knowledge.
you sprout a new
Oh,
skill.
knowledge. Oh, Mitch. What?
So that has gone through you, through the wood,
He's fine.
and
He's
is
had
now
He's
below the, like, if there was someone down below the aft castle deck on, like, there, that would be coming through and ding, ding, ding.
just that point or
Yeah.
the whole treble.
No, that thing's through you.
That thing is completely through you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're just like lines.
There are slashes. The thing is, when you go through, especially with these curved things this way, the lines aren't as big as you would think.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
now it's on the other side, just like a fish hook.
Yeah.
That's up in wood.
Can you show
Now-
the class this thing
That
went
thing.
through me?
That's okay. Well, you can still see it.
Yeah.
I should not
That
be
is
alive.
what's through him, through the deck. And
That thing's up in the whole bridge.
yeah, like it is.
So it's,
Yeah.
it's
Also-
weighted with something. We don't know what it is. If it's
Yeah,
All I'm doing
and
is
there's a
cracking.
rope behind it. That thing is a metal haft, by the way. That is
Yeah,
not.
I know,
That's
right?
not wood. That is not wood. That's a metal haft.
Oh, damn it.
What?
I was like
he's still
I-
Sephiroth.
Hold on, it's not your turn. Let's get back to the task at hand. Savroth.
I just realized Cure Wounds is a touch thing. So
Yes, Cure Wounds
I
is a
can
touch.
only heal myself for Bifrost right now. I'm not, because we're not next to you guys.
Oh, I'm fine. Don't worry
Correct.
about me.
I'm fine.
Healing Word is the one at range.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't worry about me. I'll be okay.
No.
Also, I think that I might actually be okay.
If you ever breathe
You
water
took
spell,
6 and
that'd
a
be
couple.
great.
I think you got hit once before.
Well, I've been hit 3 times total,
Yeah,
and
he
I'm
is
still
down,
at
like,
20.
11
Like,
points.
I'm doing good for
17.
me. Like the
Well,
amount
you
of
do have that channel divinity, don't you, where you can like heal a whole bunch of people around you, type stuff.
Yeah.
the amount of damage that I've taken versus the amount of being right in front of everything. I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
fucking killing. Marrow
Also, if
right
you have
now.
anything that breaks metal or freeze incapacitation.
Is he still holding on to it?
No, he left it.
I can
Okay.
I can grease.
Eventually that goes the rope, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can
no,
grease.
I thought about it. I was like I have mending, so it'd be the opposite. Like I'd be like, let me make sure this thing is fully in.
Let me fix that for you.
To make sure Rough Rust can never get up again.
You could have just asked.
What happened?
me.
Oh, like I fixed your guts and the boat around the hook. You just stay there for a bit. Wait,
God, I wish I could turn off the white balance on this.
Feeling self-conscious?
No, it's just that's what like caused it to.
I wish it was just a touch lower so we could see your shirt.
Oh, yeah.
You could, like, if it was just right
Yep.
there, it just won't quite stay.
It will stay if you. Oh, yeah, you're trying to do.
I thought it
There.
I feel bad.
Hold on.
We feel
Oh, I
pretty
touched it.
good about you breaking that flow. Alright, we'll get the flow
You
back
can
on,
certainly
alright?
try.
You
Alright.
can certainly try.
So what's,
I found my DM shirt. I wore this the first day, and I lost it, and I finally refound it. All right,
what's you
so
doing?
I
What's you
healed
doing?
you for 15.
Did you?
Hey, that's
Yeah.
good.
did you walk up to him and touch him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did that
Um,
extrude the...
no, no, it actually makes it worse because it seals all the
Just
wound
close-
around it.
close my foot around it. Oh,
Sneaky part to my plan.
I
I'm healing you, I swear.
never...
It's a good thing.
Feeling so good has never felt so bad.
Because you're like,
Robert, I
better,
think you should just come to terms that you and the
Yeah.
you're just gonna have a plank on your back, like for the rest of your days.
Finally, a match of my
I
intellect.
gotta remember the
The
new thing
floor.
that I have.
Oh, the extra healing.
So
Oh, when you heal someone else, you heal yourself.
HP equal to 2 plus the spell's level, so only level 1's a 3.
You can even 15? That's
Now
actually-
remember
that's
that
actually
you-
really,
Why not,
really
though,
helpful.
Yeah, that's why like any healing I do for anyone from now on out, I heal
Just ding, ding,
myself
ding.
at the same time.
But also, does your enhanced healing affect that?
That's a good question.
Because you are a.
Because yours is a
That's
healing
a
domain.
domain, yeah.
Whenever you use a spell first level higher restore HP, the creature regains an additional HP equal to 2 plus the spell's level.
Nah.
I would think that just gets used
Yep.
on who I'm actually healing. Like if I did it
And
to
did you give that to him?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's just an after effect, so it doesn't
15
affect
is
that.
Great.
That's why it's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
1d8 plus 7.
7.
I didn't start
And
with
I rolled
15
an
health
8,
points.
so-
That's awesome. Thank you.
So what are you at right now?
On a scale of 1 to 67, feel about 34.
Okay. All right.
You're really only at 34.
Yeah.
After I healed you for 15.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I wasn't doing so good.
All right.
So it would've
These
been-
things are really
It would have actually
dirty.
been fucked up for me to like leave
Now.
you alone.
Back to
I was going to tell you
All of
that.
them have double attacks, and he got hit by the chief already. so
now back
it's-
to the top of the order.
Oh, it's the chief's turn, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's your turn.
It's kind of ground's turn.
You can't stand up with it because there's a rope attached to it.
Well, you could try to stand
It's
up.
through me.
You can certainly
You can
try.
try.
Rachel! Ah! I'm going to
Okay.
climb up this rope and I'm going to call out to this thing as I'm skewing this through me that I have not done to you yet. I have not defeated, overcome these challenges from boom, so let some stinking fish piss me now. You will fight me. I'm going to use compelled duel as I'm trying to climb myself
You're
up
gonna
the rope.
compel duel
Yep.
with a. All right.
Yep. So that's compelled duel is
I
a
get it.
is a bonus action.
It is a yes, it is.
Yeah.
Good thing too.
But so are you literally like
He's literally
pulling
pushing
your
that.
body,
He's
like,
pushing.
up
He's
this
he's
pole?
pulling
There's a pole
himself up slash
with a-
pushing it through him.
with a
Thanks to
rope,
your healing.
with a rope taut
At
on
the
the other
end.
side. So as
At the
he
end.
pulls himself up, eventually there's just going to be
A rope
a
through him.
rope and a stick, and
And
he's
I'm
like,
trying to
"Duel me!"
I'm trying to get to the rope too.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I know. I
Yeah.
know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You take
That's like,
6 more points of damage.
Okay.
What kind of
Pushing
damage
this
does it take
thing
just
through
for,
you.
Like,
Are you taking your
I have to. It is.
so that's a bonus,
It is-
right? You're using you're using your action to push this thing through you. Are you also
Unless
going
it
to
counts
use
as my movement.
well since you're grabbing and
I
moving?
would say that's.
But
action.
I am also saying if you are trying to also use your movement to get up from prone, I'm going to hit you again with damage, but you can do both. You can push this through and try to stand yourself up.
Do it.
All right. You take 7.
Oh.
Dude, you are tearing. All right.
So you are pulling yourself up, pushing this thing through. You're kind of on your you're not even on your you can't be on your knees because you can't turn over. But you're kind of like arched your back up and are standing up, pushing your arm against the ground, pushing this through, and you've compelled duel. So what's the saving throw?
Wisdom.
Is it wisdom? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This guy.
And what's the DC?
God, I haven't.
If you go to spells,
Yeah.
hit spells. It's at the top.
It's at the top.
DC save.
Oh, DC 16.
Turns back at you.
I spit right back at him as he did to me. That's the end of the
Yeah.
spell. Is me spitting on him.
Okay. Yeah, he's coming back to you. You have compelled a duel. Congratulations.
Sword.
Is it his turn next or my turn next?
It's your turn.
Okay, Jesus.
So he is now compelled to duel him. He is
No, I
moving
get
back
it.
to engage.
I get it.
If you attack that guy, you have full advantage. But you also still have the one that's on you. You also have no infused blades at the moment.
No, it's fine. I want to attack the rope
Oh,
that's
would you please?
anchored over the fucking deck that's tying him to the floor right now.
Right? Just roll to hit. It's going to be super easy. Get better than a 10.
I am.
All right, yeah. So I have a
it's like this
20.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, cool. Now I have a free action, right? Not a
You
free
have,
action. I have a bonus.
you have a
action.
bonus action, you have a reaction.
So, can I make someone else quaff a potion as my bonus action?
You can give him a potion as a bonus
Like,
action.
bleh, like
Yeah.
push it in his mouth?
Yeah.
Alright, so I have 1 healing potion left. I better not fucking die because of this, you fucking asshole. But you've saved our ass enough that I feel like it's my turn.
So this definitely means that he's close to us now.
Potion
Yes.
of healing, this guy.
What is it? 2d4 plus.
2d4 plus 2 hit points.
You want me to roll it, or do you?
Oh,
wanna roll it?
drinking or administering, so yeah, I can administer. So there we go.
Yeah, because that's how like when people are downed, you give them a potion, right? So you're just sitting there like, and then all of a sudden this hand comes out.
And I'm fast. It's like twing.
Let's do the healing roll. You roll 2d4, and I roll 2d4, and you get to pick whose you want.
All right.
Oh, you actually don't roll the copper d4.
Okay.
Where's the copper D4? You
Don't do it.
It's
Don't
fine,
do it.
Don't roll it.
Where's my bronze D4? There it is.
Look at that. You have like 90 dice. I have nothing to do with that. I had to cover these curse dice. You quit picking them up. That's 2 plus 2.
That's 2.
Do you want mine or do you want yours?
I want yours.
Definitely choose Wiley's.
You get 8 hit health back.
Oh boy!
It's better than nothing.
You guys just see what I just did?
Everyone
I'm
saw.
trying to avoid it.
Also, the rope is pretty tough, but you have magic blades. It cuts right through. So that thing zips over the side. Like it was weighted to something.
Do I feel inspired? Am I feeling good?
No, he does.
He does. Nice.
I'm already inspired.
All right. You can give your inspiration to another player, or you can take the erudition. He is
I'm
about
gonna take
to.
the erudition because I'm hurt bad too.
But also, he is about to go dueling.
Yeah, take the fucking inspiration. You are inspiring me. I came to your aid. Which
No,
I
you don't
never
lose it
do.
because I'm giving you a new
that's
one.
right.
So you
Yeah,
can give yours away to
fuck
someone
yeah.
else while I give you inspiration. So
We're on a team, I think.
Gold off.
We're on a team, I think.
all right.
We're
And
on
that's
team, I
that's
think.
basic rules, by the way. You can always give your inspiration to another player.
Yeah.
You've inspired me.
Yep.
And you cut the rope. You did. You
I
gave
cut
me
the
a-
rope,
He cut the
healed
rope,
you,
and
gave you
healed you.
inspiration. It's inspiring. I'm watching you die again. Like you just keep dying for us. You are fucking. You're boss, man.
Oh, martyr, get out of here, martyr.
I've been making a bunch of money off of him fighting these humans too. Like I'm keeping a book.
All right.
So I make a joke with. I don't know their names, so I like to make a joke with a hairy one.
That was
Tall,
Rofrost
goatee.
and Xernax.
Yeah.
Now it is the Marrow's turn.
It's all right. He's compelled to not hit me, which is nice. That's why I'm in there.
One of them is.
Well,
The biggest one is.
I mean, that little one poses no threat.
It's like the little one that's on you. He's probably
He
close
comes
to
up.
dead anyways.
So hurt.
Grabs
So
the
is the other one that's on
end
you.
of the harpoon that's still just barely sticking out of your chest. Now that he's cut off the rope,
Shit.
No way.
he's gonna pull it out
Of the
up into
deck.
your back.
That's probably gonna feel like a massage.
I mean, it couldn't be any worse than going in, right? Like,
I'm using inspiration for him.
Ah, he's got inspiration.
Enemies
he's
have
a
inspiration
boss,
too.
yeah.
He's got. So that was the original roll right there.
Is it 3?
Is that a 20?
Excellent. No, it's 2 3s. Or was it
Oh!
2 and a 3?
Yep, a 3 and a 3.
3 and a 3.
What do you get?
He failed. He grabs that and goes to pull it out of the ground and goes. And like this deck is
Or
more
it's-
solid than he thought.
It's so covered in your blood, his hands
Blast the
slide
deck,
off.
bastard!
Oh my god.
To the shipwrights! We drink to the shipwrights tonight!
Yep.
He still has a bite, right?
No, that was
Wait.
his entire action was to pull this out. But and yeah, oh man, he was gonna pull that out. He was gonna swing you around and throw you right off the deck. God damn it!
The worst part about that is I'm the only one that can really swim and I'm not armored. Like,
You and
well,
monkey.
here we go.
The marrow you left comes up and is like, get away from him.
Let's do it.
A 16 is gonna miss, but a 23 is going to hit.
Just barely.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Half though, right?
If you use a reaction, which you didn't use yet, so you take 4.
Hey, I'm doing pretty good.
You are doing pretty good. You're like, no, get away from me.
Everything's terrible.
The other one that was on you is now going after Iyasa.
Okay.
So he slithers across the deck.
You're supposed to be in charge, like, yeah, fuck my crew.
He
Oh,
natural
that's
ones
alright.
for his first attack. His second attack would have been a natural 20 if he didn't get tripped by the helmsman on his way over there. And he turns on the helmsman. And the sidereal's behind the helmsman. The helmsman's
That's
got
not okay.
the helmsman's got the logging
The same way you
cane,
and I
the
were-
lodging cane, which is what you would hook on to the wheel to make it stay in one place. That's what his weapon is. And he tripped up the thing. All right. Yasa goes. She just kind of like laughs at the thing as it trips, and it's all angry, and she just magic missiles the fuck out of it.
I always forget we have a wizard.
Okay.
Also,
I always
just
forget your characters. I'm like, yeah, we need a wizard. Oh, you.
out of curiosity, how long does haste last for?
This is the end of
10
my
minutes.
haste.
It lasts
1
for
minute.
1 minute,
1 minute. 10 rounds.
so it's 10 rounds.
But we agreed at the beginning of this session that I had 2 rounds, so this is
No. You would already. You had.
Use 2 rounds.
I think we said we have 6 rounds left,
Oh, so two rounds will be over at the end of this one.
Yeah.
I'll still
and you have 4 more
4
rounds.
more rounds.
The only reason I was curious is because then I technically still have a spiritual weapon hanging out.
Oh yeah, you do.
Because I cast it down.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
down. It's down killing Marrow on the deck.
Spiritual weapon is cool. We have some cool spells here. It's funny because you always think like, oh, level 5, level 6, that's not that big. But like in D&D, like level 6 is pretty boss. Like we're fucking killing shit.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, I love it when that happens. Like this thing gets up and hisses, and she just laughs at it and summons her 3 little golden sprites, sends them at it, and it's like right down its throat. It's like you see it go in, its waddle like expands and just blows out in embers. You smell more cooking fish, and it's like it tries to screech something out, and it just goes and plants face first on the ground. I did.
bards are amazing.
Oh, bards are so great. I
Is she
love
a
bards.
bard?
No, she's a wizard. Bards are like they have a little bit of magic on their list from everyone, from druids, from priests, from wizards, and then they can just use instruments for stupid shit and amazing stuff. Know all about history. I love them. As a support class, if a group doesn't have a cleric, I'd much rather run a bard as an NPC than just a straight up cleric in the background.
So they get a lot of love.
Because they still get healing.
Well,
They get a lot of love on Reddit. Oh, your bard is lame at 6, huh?
I really like bards.
inspiration. They got?
What school are you? What college?
Yeah.
She did just enough damage to kill it.
Oh, did she?
That's the one that I
Exact
was
0.
talking about.
No,
Magic
the one
missile?
she's scorching raid.
Nice.
She's scorching raid and magic missile, and was exact hit point level.
Perfect.
So that was Yasa. Sephiroth.
Oh, yeah, you're still here.
I'm still here.
Hey. Did
Thank you, my
Did you
lord.
watch me shove a healing potion down this guy's fucking
Yeah.
throat?
And this thing coming back to finish the job.
Valor. Valor's the like fighting Scald one, isn't it? Yeah.
No, the Skald is Pathfinder. But Valor is the more combat savvy one, I believe.
Yeah, bagpipes.
I don't remember what he said he played. It's not flute, is
What
it?
do we say at the my rod of healing? Does it get my bonuses or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Hurdy-gurdy.
The hurdy-gurdy.
I'm gonna poke my rod into Rofrost.
My lord, I've been waiting for this moment all my life.
He rolled a pretty high rod poke.
So that'd be another 14.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
Did you do for 14?
Sure did.
The rod. How many charges does it have left?
I think I was back up to full charges.
You didn't use any in the combat?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Spiritual weapon? You bringing it up?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just move it closer. I can only move 20 feet, so I don't know how far away it is at this point.
It can not get anywhere, but it'll be able to attack next round.
I was like, yeah, just move it closer.
All right. Back to the.
standing up.
He is.
Yeah.
He's sort of standing up.
I mean,
He's
got
like-
a little staggered.
He's kind of like this,
Yeah.
with his thing going
I
through
was
his
like,
stomach.
This next round, he might be able to get himself unimpaled. Maybe?
The thing is, it's now holding on to the end,
So, no.
so
Yeah.
it'll be a strength. If you want to try to get through it, if you want to try to get off the impalement, it's going to be strength for strength. You're going to have to fight him.
Let's see, how tall?
9 and a
It's 9 to 12 tall. It's probably 14 to 16 total length with its tail and everything. It's big, but and you have a
It's like
bonus
a
attack
single-handed
if you want to
thing.
try your regular action just to get out of this thing, and then use your bonus attack to attack if you can get away. Otherwise, you're doing 2 attacks at disadvantage.
Yeah. No, I gotta. Yeah. No, this is. I just. Thank you. Accept my challenge. I just latch onto his arms and I just try to. Get off
You
me!
know, I try to pull out, through, up,
Yeah.
away from it.
I'm kind of almost using his arms as a method to get off this thing.
I mean, what else would Raj do? Nothing logical.
Do you want this?
Strength to
You want,
strength.
actually, it's been a while.
It's the big one, yeah. Oh, yeah. The tinkly gold days. The 3D printed birthday present from
Oh
last year.
shit! Look at that thing. It looks like
That
coral.
thing's not even a year old yet.
Yeah.
It's almost
Do you want that thing to lose already?
Do you want me to roll this one?
No.
I'm gonna roll this one.
I want the gold one.
All right.
You show that
This is
bad boy
really
the
cool.
camera.
That's why I don't want the white balance. You see how
Oh,
it's
yeah, it's
darkening my.
weird, right?
Yeah, but if I turn off the white balance, it takes the
Shimmer.
Definition out of it.
the definition.
Yeah.
It's for some reason. All right. Me first. You first.
1, 2, 3, go.
That's not a good roll. Yeah, what's your strength bonus?
Your
You're
strength
fucked, bro.
bonus is 4.
Use your inspiration.
Doesn't matter. You're fucked.
Inspiration.
I wouldn't.
Don't do it.
No.
Don't do it.
Oh, okay. Maybe tell me that
It's a
too.
natural 20.
Oh, yeah, you're stuck.
Yeah. He asked for
It's
the.
that gold dice. It's so pretty.
So, I'm grabbing onto his wrist.
Yep. And it's like
I'm trying to,
it just kind of like turns them onto you, clasps them around, and now you are grappled. You are restrained and grappled by this thing. As it natural 20s your attempt to ungrapple it.
It tinkles on my ring. I love the little support structures in the middle. This is a really cool.
That's so cool.
I'm going to use my. I can't use my bonus
This
action.
part's the
You
only
know, I will
one.
use my bonus action. What?
You use your bonus action for whatever you want.
Whatever I want.
I mean, within the rules.
Oh, I'm trying to think what's in the rules. I can't, I didn't make an attack.
Well, your second attack, do you have to make an attack to make your second attack? I don't think
I think I
so.
have to.
I don't think so. I think you just have a second attack.
I don't know. Okay, so, I mean,
Extra attack. You can attack twice instead of once whenever you take an attack action on your okay. So it doesn't actually even use. It's no action. Wow. I didn't know that.
What's no action?
For him to attack twice. It's just a part of his attack.
yeah.
That's kind of what I thought it was anyway.
Yeah.
Because he gets.
Yeah.
I thought it took his.
So I can
I
attack
thought
twice
it. I
and
thought
use
it.
a bonus action for a
And use a
spell.
reaction.
Yeah.
Nice.
Get at
But
it.
no, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't realize that.
Can I use
But-
my bonus action to blast him defiantly with lightning out of my throat?
Yeah, you can barf whenever you want.
Nah, it takes an action to do that, but since I messed up on the other one, I'll let you do it.
Yeah. Just like you bastard.
It's more of like an uncontrolled, like it wasn't an action, just like bah! Like it's
Yeah. It doesn't even have to do damage. I'm doing this for roleplay, really. You can just go everywhere. Just.
Oh shit. Yeah, he fails for 4. Yeah, he rolled a 4 for a saving throw.
Did he?
So-
Okay. We'll give it to him then.
Give it to me, baby.
Dude, it's 9 damage.
That's pretty good for our barf weapons.
Just
Is mine
defying
like-
spray of lightning.
Is mine the only barf weapon?
Here's the only
Everybody has breath. except me.
fire, lightning.
Like what?
Mine's
It's because he's a
Cold.
water type. Lightning's
Frost.
strong against water type. Super effective, I'd say.
I just say it's just funny because everyone else has like breath weapons.
Yeah.
Mine's
It was like it was sneering and gritting at you. It's like ha 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 ha, about to spit in your face again, and you go.
Yeah.
It's like streak through it, and it screams.
Yeah.
All right, Xernex.
Oh my god, I'm having like the wrestle
Is
of
it
my
still? Is
life.
it still holding the rod?
Yes,
All right.
he is. It's not even like it's holding the rod. He's holding him, and he's kind of like twisted an arm around and has got him like. So there's a big tangle going on around the
Can I
rod.
target strike his hand with my arrows? So like try to.
So you'd have to use your cunning action to disengage from everyone to pull out your bow and fire. Because you guys are all. Remember,
Oh,
there's
that
a
other
thing. There's a
came
guy
at me,
on
that's
you.
right. No.
You were holding him, essentially because you cut the rope and you put the potion. That thing's above you now, like over here. But you can use your cunning action as a
can I
bonus
just-
action.
Well, since it's all over me, then can I just like stab its hand? I already
Absolutely,
Have
you
my, I
can-
have my weapon.
Ching,
Out. Yeah,
you can-
let's do that. Let's stab his hands, make him let go.
And it can't. It's grappled, so you got advantage to attack because it can't move. Both people in a grapple are equally grappled.
13 for that double weird roll. Plus 8, so 21.
Right. Yeah. It has a 15 AC, so.
Hey.
21 for its hands. Just roll regular damage.
Yep. With sneak attack.
Oh, that's right. Let's so 9, 13, 15 damage to its hand
Cool.
to make it let go.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It lets go.
Mm.
Oh! You like cut into its tendons and wrist. It's like ah!
Sushi. I worked out.
Dexterity saving throw at a disadvantage.
Ooh, Xernex worked at Benihana real briefly. Sushi.
It's probably going to be the 3
Yeah.
fail.
And guess who falls back to the deck? But you were holding onto the thing, so it slides down with you. So now you're like it's been pushed down through the deck,
Push it through.
but you're down. So you only have about this much showing, and you are down back on the deck.
ridiculousness of engaging.
Good hit.
All right. Do you want to use your bonus to get another strike in? You can strike either guy.
No, I want to use my bonus to disengage from
Okay.
the big guy. Like,
You just
I'm
like
too hurt.
you just took you
Yeah.
just
Oh, thank you. That was
backflipped the
amazing.
fuck out of there.
Like, I've released you twice.
Yep.
I'm
No,
really,
yeah,
I'm
you-
really hurt. I've got to
You
back
give
away.
him the underhand.
I
Real
was just
good.
thinking right now, I was like, I'm about to
Okay.
lose another character because of this ridiculousness. But
So you back out.
He's still compelled to duel.
He's still compelled to duel him.
Still, there's another
All right.
thing that's near, so I'm backing away.
No, smart. This is
So-
good. I got this from you. Thank you.
I'm not leaving the aft castle because the sidereal's there. The sidereal's there, and I can't
No.
just abandon it.
So unfortunately, your disengage is going to take you towards the back. Just because of how you're situated, you can't
Yeah.
get away any.
That's okay.
the
as
other
long as I'm
direction.
still on the aft
Yep.
castle, that's where I'm trying.
But you are essentially against the back rail now.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so he looks down at you, and I had a great idea, but I just realized that I can't do it because he doesn't have feet.
He can still tail slap.
Right? But he's going to do it with his hand then. And he goes, fine, face me standing then. And he just takes his hand and slams it on the... yeah, well, he has advantage, but he hits you. He hits it and sends it through into the deck below.
The mysterious fathoms below.
How bad does that hurt?
5.
What?
Not bad.
That
There's
works.
only
Yeah.
like it was just pushing the arrow through, right?
Yeah.
So
I feel better.
so he hits that, slams that through, and then he tries to grapple you again. He tries to grab your breastplate neckline and pull you up. His
All you
grapple
wanna do is
attack.
stand up and he's like,
His grapple attack fails. So like he tries to reach down and grab like your collar and all this
Yeah.
stuff, and it just rips through your clothing, and he can't get a hold of your breastplate. And he tries to pick you up, but you're still. Oh, hold on. He had advantage. He had advantage. Let me check. No, he does grab you.
Okay.
Sorry. So grabs you and like starts to pick you up.
Robert's been through worse. He'll be fine.
This is fine.
Were you?
I've seen
I'm
him
sorry.
do some stupid shit. He
Paul-
almost lost a hand twice. Or sorry, almost lost a hand once and his gut for swallowing my fucking scale.
Wes, were you there for the attack with the Drake when they were at the city gates?
Oh, you
Because
might
he
not have been
died.
there yet.
He died
I
twice.
died twice. Yeah. In one fight.
That Drake really wanted to kill him. All right. He really wanted to kill that Drake.
Yeah.
So that was it. The other one is going to chase you down and try to attack you.
The one that I hurt or
The one that you heard, the one that's been kind of chasing you.
Okay.
16 and 14 are both misses. Like you're just disengaged. You're like, come at me, bro.
Well,
It's all.
If it's my armor class, is it a hit or does it have to be above?
It has to be above. No, sorry, it has to equal it. But you're a 17.
16. Oh wait.
You said haste gives you a 17.
Yeah,
Right.
Lost for me 2, 3, 4, 4.
But that's the only other one left besides the sheep.
Oh yeah, the other one's dead. Mhm.
Oh, that's right.
I also
Forgot about
killed the other
forgot about the dead one.
All right. I love this kind of like I have to take a little pause. I've been watching a lot of videos of Matt Colville and all that stuff. We've had like 3 rounds where you guys haven't specifically attacked to damage the main boss because you're trying to deal with a situation, like a real situation. Like it's like
Well,
you guys are wrestling. Like it's amazing.
And we're doing a good job too.
Yeah, man.
This is some WWE shit going
So
on.
to be fair, I mean, tag team's not
This
necessarily
feels like
my
Shadow of
forte.
Colossus and shit.
I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Right, I'm keeping him alive.
Yeah.
He's the tactics guy.
That's why I said I can't believe that I'm fucking still standing.
I'll be
been-
one man,
I've
if
been-
you be my bread supply.
I've literally been stabbing things like crazy. I can't believe I'm still on my fucking feet.
No, man, yeah. You're getting in.
Xernex has no hit points.
That's what I like it, man. Like, I'm just throwing myself in, just getting in the thick of it. You're, like, pulling off the moves that have to be done, and you're making sure that we can keep doing this show. Like, you're making sure that this dance can
I'm like
tango.
you're the gas on the oil. He's the steering wheel.
Ayasa yells.
Yeah.
He
That's
also
actually
yells
really
out.
good.
Uh-oh.
What?
She looks at you and says,
I'm the
Xernex,
gas,
balloon time?
I'm just kidding. I'm always balloon time.
All right.
Yeah, here you go. That one's for you.
20 feet up in the air, you go. You're at the back of the ship.
Wes's beard.
Yep, there's Wes's beard right there. So
$70 beer.
you will need to grab onto some,
Oh, I'm not roped
rigging.
or anything.
or someone needs to get you tied down.
Oh, this ship's still moving.
The ship is still moving, that's what I'm saying, and you're at the back of the ass castle. So,
You say ass castle?
ass castle,
You
castle.
definitely said
Ass
castle.
He
Back of
does.
the ass castle. You're on the ass end of the aft castle. The ass
The
castle.
ass end of the
I can't use a free action to try to lasso him?
You haven't used a reaction yet, so while you're being lifted, I'll let you use a reaction dex saving throw to grab one of the lines that are coming off the back.
So, explain the dex saving throw one more time because I'm not very bad.
So you're a rogue, so you have proficiency in it, but it's going to be a rating somewhere on your sheet. I don't know where on yours.
Oh wait,
It's above skills and
plus
stuff.
4. Okay, cool. I got it.
No, wait.
Oh, plus 7.
Yeah. So it's your dex,
Makes more sense.
and you're proficient with dex saving those because you're a rogue.
Yeah.
So you get your proficiency bonus
So
of
that's
plus
what
3.
that is. So it's plus 7. Gotcha. Okay.
No.
I have inspiration. We're not
Big.
going with that. We're not going with that. Fuck me. I
I
rolled a 9.
Well, that's a 16.
No, that's sorry, plus 7. So that's it's an 11.
Oh. You rolled a what?
4 plus 7. I haven't
And that was your highest roll on 2 dice?
Yeah.
Okay.
The first one was
So
3.
on your next yeah, and this is like this was
No,
you,
I get it. I'm like,
this was you reaching out to try to grab a rope on your way up. So
the next turn I have to do something.
on your next turn you have to use some type of action to. Oh man, there's so many good ones.
I'm
But
hasted. Do I get one more try?
oh, that is you.
Or do I get advantage?
You didn't use your haste action last turn.
I didn't. I disengaged.
No, that's a bonus action for you.
Yo,
That's your
you're
cunning
rogue.
action.
You just do that.
Just let me roll one more
Yeah.
time. Just one
Yeah.
more try. I'm fucking hasted. Yay! Okay,
That's much
21.
better.
There you go.
Woo!
Yeah, use your haste action as you like.
I'm like,
So yeah,
I keep throwing ropes.
you just you just grab hold of the rigging that ties back to the aft castle,
Perfect. Ooh,
and
now
you're
I'm
like,
floating in there. Yeah.
and now you're up in the air like
I can tie
15,
stuff
20
off
feet up in the
rigging.
air.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can tie stuff to the rigging.
And
Oh,
you
now
can
that
just-
I'm on the rigging, I've got all
You
kinds of
can
options.
grab with your
yeah.
leg, whatever, start
Oh yeah.
shooting.
Oh yeah, it's rigging time. I'm
Yeah.
down.
Okay.
I'm
Cool.
so glad you're a rogue.
With haste.
I give up on my stuff a lot. I always forget that I'm fucking rogued, man. I'm rogued.
Okay, that was
Curiosity.
14. So 7.
7.
Burp.
It's fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, well, let's
Fence.
poke Rofrost's Pokeball from where I'm at now.
Fine, my
You
lord.
didn't move, did you?
You do you.
We're
No,
on the
you're
aft
fine.
castle. You can get up there. Yeah.
You've been next to him the entire time.
Poke my rod again.
What?
It keeps going down one at a time, but still 13.
13 and heal yourself.
Wow.
Does
me?
that count though? Because it says cast a spell.
Oh yeah, no.
And I'm
Mm-mm.
using
You're
the
poking with the rod.
Is it, dude?
Yeah.
You're getting.
Because as I say, I didn't.
You're like,
I didn't
I'm
do it
like
last
literally
time.
laying
I was
on the
like, I
ground
don't
with a
think this
rod
counts.
through you, and we're fighting the rod
No,
off.
the rod's not
you,
through him anymore.
I'm just saying, the whole time he's there, he's just like, we're like, heal, get the rope.
I get
As
this.
a bonus action.
I get- yeah. I'm just like,
Spiritual
how do I do
weapon.
We just need
Close
to
enough
stand
to
up.
hit
As soon
the
as you
big
stand
guy?
up,
Yep.
He's like
We're
my
on
immortal
it, yeah.
god engine over here. Like, damn. Like, all this just yeah, you're right though. Like, I'm actually better off than I was before I had the hole through my fucking
The
sword,
spear
so-
of Bahamut now flies up over the railing and comes down and spears the big guy.
It was grab my sword.
So saying, we've spent 3 full turns just trying to get Rofrost to stand up as a team. As a team, we're trying to make you stand up.
I'm like, he's the most dangerous person here. And my response is, I'm just gonna pin him to the deck and leave him
No,
there.
it's just a 10, but I have plus 8 to this, so 18.
That'll hit. Yep.
You got with the spear?
It's not going to do a whole lot. It's only 1d8 plus 5. It's 11 damage.
Is that the guy that I've already damaged really bad?
This is the big guy.
No, this is the big guy. I'm actually going to start smacking the big guy.
Yeah, someone got it.
Uh,
I'm just kidding. We've all been
top of the order.
clawing at him.
You are now being pulled up, grappled by this guy. One hand grapple.
Gotta reach my sword.
Yeah, you've never really let go of your sword.
Good,
It's always
good,
been
good.
there.
Mwah. So I'm being rolled up and am I off the ground?
Yes. I mean, well, again, like being pulled up and held up by your breastplate.
Your hit points are higher than before this battle. So.
I know.
But again, this thing, even though you're grappled and you do have disadvantage to attack rolls, it's not like you can do nothing, because this guy literally, like, this thing is so big, it just has like one hand on this and is like dragging you up to it like this. So if you want to,
yeah, what I really want to do is kind of get it in like this little. I mean, it's like it's a curved blade, right? So I just want to get in like this little feigning position. It's like, no, you don't. I just want to stab through it, just like one of these little moves.
I don't know, you're gonna try to instead of slashing up and down, you're gonna try to come down on him.
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
He wants to pull me close. It's gonna get
Does he get advantage because I already hurt the hell out of that hand?
No.
No.
The other hand is the one you got. He's not using his weak hand for it. You have disadvantage to attack unless you want to spin your advantage.
Oh, I do.
You cancel that.
Oh. It's plus 13 though.
What?
So, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He still has that effect on.
Strengthy
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Well, he has his charisma and strength.
Oh, I get it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's insane.
If I
Paladin.
17.
So that's going to be 17.
Yeah, that,
Does it? Okay.
he has a
So he
15.
rolled a
He has
4
a
and he succeeded.
yeah, he has a 15.
Bonus of 13.
Regular Marrows have a 13. Like he's not wearing armor. He's just naturally scaled,
Yeah,
like-
but yeah.
and it's fish scales.
So I'm
Oh,
going to
messy
use
baby. Messy baby.
I am going to use a second level spell slot to do 4d8 on top of my attack.
Jesus. All right.
Puncture, just like I just picture as you know what happens as that spear goes through the fucking it crackle a bolt of that a silver crackle from that spear.
Platinum.
That platinum crackle comes onto my hands as it comes over and powers the strike. Ah! That's what happens right there.
It's actually
Yeah, you and the
decent
spear
description, yeah.
striking at the same time.
Yeah.
Ah!
This chief has no idea.
You got no idea who you fucked with. You're like,
Right.
look, a boat.
I feel bad because this is a really intense boss, and we're just like, ha 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 ha. Like,
It's
Are you kidding me?
No,
I'm fighting
this is-
tooth and claw here.
no, you're not. You're laying on the
Oh,
ground.
okay.
We're
Like-
fucking standing you up.
Because he was compelled to, I'll no longer get the extra D4 because that's a concentration spell, so I lose my other concentration. But I will get 48 on top of it.
48, 2d6. Is that the sword?
2d6 for the sword.
48.
48 for the lightning.
And what else are you looking
Lose
for?
battle.
Oh, you're still looking for a d8? Okay.
What?
Fucking A, man.
What are you doing?
Ah!
Hanging
let
out with
one
Robert's
go
like,
again.
Look at this,
watching
look at this, look at
monkeys
this.
in the zoo as these gases are just
I'm very excited.
Oh, no.
Jesus.
Did
Is it-
you?
Oh, like
Uh-huh.
9 or 10
I
times.
shouldn't eat before you.
Yeah.
I was just say.
I mean, you should eat.
No, every time I eat, it's just terrible for everybody.
Anyway, 14.
You did have
16,
eggs.
We're on
And
camera,
machaca.
boys.
22. Wow. 33.
Plus 5 for 38 damage.
That's amazing.
Okay, hold
And
on.
then.
Remember that time we had
Hold
a
on.
revive before one of our
Oh,
games?
that was terrible.
Oh,
That was the worst.
I thought we made it a thing that you can never have a revive before the game again.
yeah, I know, I haven't since.
Because
We had mozzarella sticks.
that
You shouldn't eat before D. Okay, thanks, guys. It's gone over to the fans.
Well, we always eat before D&D. It's just this guy has a
Sorry, it's just because I'm very excited.
34?
his prison 38.
38.
It's just all it is that Robert's prison pouch is a manila envelope missing the flap. That's what the problem is. Paint that picture in your brains, boys.
You just took the fan. This
Get around faster? Like,
no, it just thins. It's like ancient Rome. Just spreads
Yeah.
too far.
So you find like you're getting picked up and you just like reach down, grab your sword, like you see the spear coming in, you're like, follow it in as they both go into its chest and it goes. The platinum lightning explodes over it. Its chest just.
Spirit bomb. You threw a weapon.
This is a spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon.
yeah.
Yep. And its chest just caves open.
yeah.
You see it like scream up.
Yes!
something ashen, something almost sulfur smelling, like expels from its body,
Oh,
and
that's
you
what
almost
it
hear
was.
a word being spoken. It sounds like doom in your minds, but it's just, and this thing just desiccates almost immediately, dries out, becomes rotten as you god strike it to death. This hellish creature. And it's just now a dry husk of this marrow that breaks in your embrace as you fall to the ground. Well, you fall to your legs with its arm still there, and its arm just kind of breaks off of you and collapses. Almost immediately, a wave, like from that sulfur-smelling expulsion, like emanates out over all the other marrow, and you see them like visibly weaken and almost dry out a little bit. They're like,
God, I always kill and cheat.
and the down on the main deck, immediately the upper hand is taken by the crew as they can just pounce and destroy
You got it, Wes?
these guys.
You feel emboldened.
It's the marrows.
Yeah.
It's the marrow that we're killing. They're stinky fish. Well, shit. Well, first thing I'm going to do after this arm falls off me, I'm going to probably drop down onto my haunches and throw up a gallon of blood.
Maybe you wanna like heal lay on hands yourself.
I'm trying.
Maybe you wanna lay yourself.
You know how I feel like when you're like, he must defeat the Wormkin himself. Do you need help, Zernax?
Yes!
Yeah.
I was
That's
at
right.
4 hit points. You're like, he's got to do it
the
himself.
fucking,
Like,
the pinion. Yeah.
He's got to do it himself. 4 hit points. Dude, I can't even see out of one eye.
There is not much of a fight left after that point. After
Oh,
after the boss dies, you rain down arrows at that one that was chasing you. He was already hella wounded. The crew wipes up what's left. Some of like the marrow, even some try to jump and like run away, and you can see some crew like jump in after them and wrestle them in the water, their own home territory, and kill them. They're so emboldened right now, and the marrow are so weakened by the death of their
We
chieftain.
saved the Sidereal. That was the.
You saved them all.
The helmsman and the
I
sidereal.
know. Well, I mean, I can helm, but Sidereal is fucking important. So.
Yeah. That's why we all rushed up here all fucking buffoonery style. Like,
You-
This was dumb.
You
That was
obviously
a total
have.
GM lure.
Yeah.
GM, come up here.
if we weren't playing good, guys, we would have let that play out a little bit while we
Yeah, like,
maintained our own
We could have
situation.
fought
Yeah.
some stuff and moved around.
You are obviously wounded, so take whatever time and expend whatever spell slots you need to figure out your own shit. But if you're also helping the crew, let me know if you're expending any resources for them.
I am actually I'm shaken, but like I'm fine. I am going to spread out that
Lay
sort
on
of
hands.
will. Yeah, I'm going to use my laying on hands to spread out.
I'm more than half dead, but not. I'm not dying, so I'm probably going to get to the fixing of the riggings and stuff and make sure the boat is still ready to go.
I mean, I'm fucking good, so I go heal other people.
Okay.
I have 30. I have hands 30.
Would you like
I
a
don't
quick
know.
healing roll?
Maybe just one. I'm pretty
do 30
hurt.
HP.
Here, I'll
I'll
touch
spread
with my
out.
rod real quick. Do you want me to roll?
With who?
To touch him with my rod?
Yeah.
That's that's actually 14.
What? That's
Yeah.
really good for me.
So
Bingo,
as
bango,
you
man,
guys
that's so
are, they
I'm like,
take down the sails.
honey fucking sausage.
They start to collect the bodies. They put them in netting and hang it off the prow because they don't want it in the water attracting anything. But they also even like start scrubbing the boat because there's blood down the sides and all this stuff.
Or the human blood, or all the
all of it. Like they're just trying to because like down the sides and everything there's bodies in the water and all this stuff. They don't want to attract too much stuff. You guys are going around healing and all this stuff. You guys notice that there was the captain Ron Vey came up and made sure the Sidereal was okay and all this. But now mid deck, near the mast, the main mast, there's a small little congregation, and it's Ron Vey, it's the Herseer, it's the bosun, and a couple of the seers, which are the captains. Like they're the stronger fighters. They're like the fighter leaders.
Yeah.
Lieutenants, you could call them. Again, no titles are weird because sailor, fighter is only depending on what's going on.
Am I close enough to talk to him real quick?
Yeah,
Give
absolutely.
a little side. This is probably unusual for the sailors, and they may blame the attack on our presence. If they do or do not, just be prepared for this.
And the Stormer, the Druid, they're all around the mast and they're all talking. And then you see some of the seers start to strip down.
Oh.
They start to take off their armor and do some other stuff, take off their boots and things like that. They start calling for rope and netting to be brought up. But there's some conversation happening and decision making going on at a midship that's odd.
Can I make my way over to listen?
Absolutely.
Do I need to
This is something that should happen after every...
Do you want to sneak or do you want to approach?
It seem like I'm not paying attention.
Then yeah, go ahead and roll a deception. Because you're trying to play off that you're not there.
Or fucking one.
Okay. So as you come up,
what are you guys talking about? Wait, that's not what I meant to say.
The bosun looks over at you and it's kind of like, and it's like the bosun looks over at you and he's like, "What are you doing?" And he's just he just kind of gives you a little.
Get out of here.
No, come over.
Okay,
if you want to come over, come over. Remember, you still have this relationship with him where you fucked up you're impressing him.
It was great.
So you try to impress the other bosun. I was a bosun, and he's like, "Oh, really?"
Go to the village.
Yeah.
Another Nashville, the same guy.
Twice.
Yeah, it's over.
The bosun.
He's like, "You're a good ship, but you're."
So he kind of calls you over, and he turns away from the group.
Over and over again.
They're still talking, and he turns away from them. And they're talking common, but they've reverted to very heavy accents and mixing in Uthgardi words. So them talking quiet, it's really hard for you to understand what they're talking about, especially since the bosun has now turned to you and is taking your attention. He's like, "What are you doing? Are you trying to listen in to us?"
Hey. No.
Look, we
Scrubbing the deck. I just scrubbing the deck.
We appreciate what you've done for us. You saved the Sidereal and the helmsman. You fought as 10 of our sailors would. Thank you for that.
No, piss off. Is he giving me kind of the getaway?
He's giving you just kind of I don't know. He's kind of "What did you come over here for praise? What do you want?" He's
just,
but it
just curious.
He kind of looks over at Ronve, and Ronve looks over, and then Ronve looks at you, wherever you are at.
Okay.
So if you're healing people and all that stuff, then she looks back at you, and basically kind of that look of, "Yeah, go and get your lord if you want in on this conversation."
I will massage that information to you.
Feels so good.
We need you over on the foremast. Hey, giggity. I basically tell him that I was trying to listen in, but they seem willing to let us know what's happening next as long as you're there.
Got it. So I guess I'll meander my way over.
Or you could just walk.
Yep.
I go do something. I look around. I
I'm
smell
definitely
a
not
flower.
I'm sure, like, you're healing, but you're also still very concerned about your lord.
One sneak.
Since,
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, yeah. I'm
That's your
around
whole
him.
point, is being bodyguard.
Is he been, so he's been called over?
He's making his way over to this group.
Ugh, I'll go to.
Okay.
Ugh.
So, Ranve turns to you and says, "Welcome. We were attacked. We were victorious. Thanks to you. We appreciate that. Do you know what attacked us?"
Fish.
Do we know at this point what the hell they were? Would we?
I think I made him make a roll last time and he failed. I don't think you guys know what these are.
I'll tell you
Because
this.
unless it's in my book of common creatures, which I don't know that.
Do you want to reference that?
Sure.
Okay. Make a history roll.
Savron got 2 A's?
No.
We started with 2 A's and then we dropped it.
Wow.
I mean, there's 2 A's total in it. Sav.
I think it's 2 A's and Golda.
Golda.
Oh, Golda has 2 A's. That's right.
15.
15. If you took the time to look through the book, when you looked at coastal and waterborne creatures, there was an entry about Marrow. They are hell-corrupted merfolk. They had been brought to the abyssal plains somehow, and now from a gate in the hellish waters will come back into ours and terrorize areas. So they are demon merfolk, which you can now tie what they were probably speaking as abyssal, which is why it felt so wrong and antithetical to your divine magic.
Have the crew seen these before? No, we did. Okay, cool. That's what I was worried about. Was like,
Good fucking question.
well,
So-
like if
Like, are they here for us?
Never
Or?
seen each other. Like,
Yeah.
oh great, we've been
Yeah.
I was
hurt
gonna say
and
that.
stuff.
My next question would be like, are they generally like? Is this kind of like a known area that they?
They can come anywhere there's water in any land, they say. Like,
Because it happened after we decided to stay closer to shore and travel to make up time.
So
So
they're
that's why I
little-
was like,
they're little demon merfolk.
Yeah,
No,
so
they serve a demon lord in the Nine Hells.
Like just up here in the water.
Demon, devil. I don't know if it's a demon or a devil, but it's one of the two. So they say, so Ranve says, those for Meadow. Demon folk not from this plane anymore. They come to raid. Somewhere they have their spoils. They have a stash. Somewhere below these waters is their treasure.
Spoils of war, you say?
If we are brave enough to go get them.
Well, my lord,
what are
you know my life sustained his reward of his own, but
You fought just as hard as any of us. You saved our sidereal and our helmsman. If you wish, if you want to go and help my men find this stash, then you will receive your fair cut.
Allow me. I can swim better than my crew.
can you?
Yeah, like very much better.
So, through the discussion, you hear
Yeah.
Can you?
that the
Yes.
Yes.
You spoke with some confidence.
you hear that the druid is going to bestow a party, a group, with the ability to breathe underwater,
But I swim. You don't swim. You don't.
and you guys and
Don't
people
let him do that.
people and send a group of people out to go try to find the treasure. And they've actually brought up the sidereal, who is like, what in this area, where could they have their stash in this area? And from her crazy ass star memory, she goes, along the shore there's a bluff with a underwater cave. Or there was a naval battle, pirates versus a Luskan entourage that felled 2 ships in this area. It could be at either of those.
Would my sea knowledge give me any insight into that?
Roll
History?
Yeah, roll history.
I thought I'd get one.
I mean, it's mainly like it's actually more of a wisdom check to see which one you would think these things would come from, especially in your area.
Alright, wisdom's not as good as history.
Well, it'd be history plus wisdom instead of history plus intelligence.
How about a natural 20 plus 3?
You believe from reading and looking at her description of the battle, and now seeing on her maps where the locations are, you think that those ships may have landed on an outcropping, so like not sunk to the bottom of the ocean, but maybe actually
You're much better.
higher, and that it's
Yeah,
the more logical place for them to be instead of all the way towards the coast.
Let's give you that information.
So,
what do they take my advice?
absolutely. Like, yeah, we might as well go check the shipwrecks first. So, it will be a short rest.
I could use a short rest.
To
Maybe
get
a
there.
bandage or two.
Yeah. Use your hit dice to heal up. But
How do we-
whoever wants to go down,
How do we heal with a short rest?
so you have hit dice. It's somewhere on your short rest or healing. You have your level of your die type of hit dice, which I believe is a
Yeah, I
D8
used
for you.
3 of my 6.
You can use as many of those hit dice as you want. You roll them and you heal that much. So you have 68, I believe, is your next.
Where would I find that?
So if you go
I'm full.
short rest, yep. If you hit short rest,
Hit
and I don't know
short
where
rest.
it's at. It's like there's a thing at the top.
It's weird with the
Yeah.
phone, yeah.
So there's a menu at the top somewhere.
Tool, sources, game rules, creations, marketplace. No, not that. I could menus down here. The abilities say
Nope.
sentences.
Short rest.
Oh, hey.
So you have those little dots.
Hit die 1d8.
Okay. So you 1d8. You have a total of 6.
Mm-hmm.
On mine, you have 2 marked.
I do.
I don't think those are right. I think
I don't know what
you
that
have those
means.
back. But so I'm resetting
Oh,
that.
I reset it right now. So that just means I can do up to 6 short rests before I have to take a long rest.
No, you can use up to 8 of your hit or 6 of your hit dice to heal during a short rest. So you can short rest multiple times before you long rest. If you want to use all 6 of your hit dice to heal right now,
I see what you're saying.
then you won't have any more until you long rest.
No, I got you.
When you long rest, you only gain a certain amount of your
You're
hit
very
dice
right.
back.
Those 2 short rests are from fucking Castle.
We're way right. So how many do you want to use?
I'm gonna use 2.
Okay.
So 3.
Class your swords. My lord, with your
Take short
spear,
rest.
my blade met that demon. That is going on large
That's still good though. I mean, 2 hit points off at where I'm at right now is perfect. So perfect. Cool.
So yeah.
All right, cool. Now
And when you make a long rest, which is also on there, you get, which is on that menu when you hit your character name,
yeah.
you get, you get a certain amount of hit dice back, and it's a D4 minus 1, I believe.
Since we haven't done it yet, and there's only about an hour left, let's take our little break real quick.
Yep.
Use the bathroom.
So we're gonna take a little break before they go on an underwater adventure, apparently.
Under the sea.
Watch out, I know the words to that song.
The sailors that are going with you, the fighters, are stripping down. They're wearing breeches. They're taking netting, like nets, and kind of wrapping them around their bodies. And then they're taking rope and tying them around their waists from here to like about their calves.
Will my letter
Why are
number
they
be an
doing that?
encumbrance for me if I go underwater with it?
Yes.
Okay.
But not a terrible one.
Do you know why they're doing that?
They're gonna strap stuff to their person and also be roped to ship so they can't be lost.
Should we be doing that as well?
You should if you're going with us.
Judges of freedom.
You should definitely not wear a breastplate or your chain
No,
crown,
I'm not.
right?
Yeah, I'm not wearing on.
You should strip down to as little as possible.
Yeah.
They're also only taking spears, harpoons, and daggers.
I'll bring my javelins.
So,
You're going?
Damn right I am. Thanks to you, I'm righteous reign.
your only small or spear-shaped
Oh yeah, you not.
piercing
Really.
weapons.
Do you not want spoils, my lord? You not joined us for this hunt? You've earned it. We've bested this battle.
I'm usually not the one that would suggest splitting up the party, but in this instance, I'm kind of like,
They may need healing down there.
yeah, I guess so. But that
And
means,
Yasa doesn't want to go.
but it means, see, that was my thing. But so it means like I can't wear
You can.
anything. I can't even bring my shield.
No, don't do that.
Like-
So
I
they
have
do
to
tell
go-
you that they don't expect there to be any guards. These things are raiders through and through. They don't have families at home.
Right.
They go out. They're all warriors. None of them are going to be the person that stands by and guards their treasure. They all want to go out and get the treasure and bring it back. So they're expecting minimal resistance or guards.
It's all right, my lord. I think we'll be all right. You can entertain and safeguard Ayasa.
That's a good question, Zoom.
Yeah, who are you asking?
Can I get another?
Sorry, Wes.
Oh, we'll be right. Sorry, everybody. We'll be right back.
Oh man.
But I have any kind of insight about like, oh, it's like fine. Like,
You know that you as a party are stronger together.
all right.
Like, if you're talking about you and some sailors going down to a marrow den to find treasure, if you really want to not have
Rofroth.
Rofrost or Savroth, like,
Dang, my paper sucks compared to your guys' paper. I got this like natural paper that I didn't know. I was like, oh cool, it looks good. I started writing on it and I'm like, look how soft it is. Whereas his is like, it's like, bam. Mine's like, it's Margarita. How you doing, Dave?
So, Wes, I guess I don't know how to explain and actually answer that question.
What's his? Wiley's the right person to ask for that because he paid for it.
We benefit from the fact that like he owns
Yeah,
all the shit.
Basically, I think he pays either a one-time or a monthly fee, and then it links him to everybody that he invites, up to 6 people, I think. So if you're he wants to know how D&D Beyond works. Like, how do you get it? How does it manage?
it is a fucking terrible money sink. Jesus Christ. It is super cool. It is super slick.
It's very easy to use.
It's pretty gouging when you look at it in some respects. So, Twitch, Curse Gaming is the one that created it. They did the mod management and mods for like World of Warcraft and other games, but they got bought out by Twitch, so now it's owned by Twitch. So you log in with your Twitch account. You can get all the basic rules for free. But then, if you want anything beyond that, you essentially have to buy the books again. Like, it doesn't matter if you have a physical copy or not. If you want to unlock that content in that system, you have to pay again. And you can buy it piecemeal. You can buy just classes and races, just spells, just this, just that. But all in all, I think the current Legendary Bundle, which is every book, every module, every adventure, everything, is like $600. So besides the content you buy, which you have access to, you also have subscription tiers. Basic is free, then there's player level, which is like $6 a month, or you can pay like $20 a year, something like that. Then there's GM level. Now, the GM level is more expensive. It's like $40 a year or something like that. Again, I'm not exactly sure on these. They're somewhere around that area. But the GM level, you can create campaigns and you share every bit of content you've unlocked with all the players in your campaign. So for me, I made their characters on my account, put them into the campaign. They took control of them, but they have access to everything I have access to and I've paid for. And that's kind of like what your donations go for. I just spent a whole bunch of money yesterday.
We kind of pay club dues here where we buy drinks and foods and stuff like that.
But yesterday I just bought
Kinda share the wealth.
all of the classes, races, and all the classes and races and spells of Sword Coast Adventures, Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, and Xanathar's Guide to Everything. So my players can have all access to them. But when you get into the character creation screen, like the character sheet, it manages everything. It is amazing.
Yeah.
The D&D Beyond, like it has all your bonuses, all your actions, tick boxes for everything, all your spell slots, all your abilities, and it's completely customizable with homebrew or whatever the hell you want to do with it. If you want to add proficiencies, if you want to change the name of a weapon or add a completely new weapon, you can do that. Also, the entire game, you can have any homebrew stuff you want. You can create homebrew subclasses. You can't make core classes, but subclasses. Homebrew spells, homebrew backgrounds. And they can do whatever you want in the system, essentially. Give you bonuses to dice, give you whatever. And you can have, like, if you want to take the time, you can essentially duplicate all the content of books and things like that in your own little personal homebrew stash. But it's got some great stuff to it.
What I really like about it is, so it gives you, I can look up any ability, spell, anything. It'll give me like, when it displays it, it'll show me like all, just like the meat, like here's what this does. But if I touch on it, even on a mobile device, if I touch on it, then it'll open up a side screen. It's like, okay, here's all the nitty-gritty details of the flavor, the fluff, the buff, and the scruff of it. You know what I mean? And that's really cool. And which I'm really going to appreciate in our bi-weekly wizard game.
It's nice. It's super nice.
It really is really cool. If you got the books through.
The access is weird. You have to, if you're using your iPhone, you have to sign in through Twitch, which I just had to do earlier. It took me a few minutes to get in there, but as soon as you do, it'll show you. Even if you signed in, everything's good to go. It'll show you the D&D Beyond regular screen. You have to go up to the little 3-bar menu thing, click on it, go to My Creations, then My Characters, then bring up characters that you have, and it's like he said, it's gonna try to sell you stuff. You have to scroll down through like 3 other little menus before you find your actual character ready to go right there.
You scroll down, okay. So usually when I open the menu, I just like, boop, they have that little.
Mine shows right here, whatever. But like if I go here to like
I just
Creations, My Characters.
Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah.
So here, look, create a slot. Oh, I'm
Oh,
right
I
there.
see.
Earlier because I just signed in, it shows me.
yeah.
You have to, even though you've made a character, it'll show you this. Create a character slot.
The character creation screen's pretty cool. The character creation process.
True,
is
it is a
cool.
lot of fun, but your characters will be buried beneath a create a character. Like I already did. Like what are you talking about? Oh, there it is.
My saddest thing is when I create your character, and then I assign it to a campaign, and you take control of it. It's no longer in my characters.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's
Yeah,
now gone.
yeah.
I have to go to my campaigns to look at those characters again.
No.
All right, so they dump the bodies of the Marrow into the water. They turn, they raise sails. They turn towards where the sidereal gives them direction to. She knows exactly where that shipwreck is going to be because she's crazy good at what she does.
So we really not going to eat them.
No, they're really not going to eat them.
They're
They're
demons.
abyssal. Yeah.
You want to try one?
And they even with like the blood,
Maybe a heart.
because the blood in the water, like they spend the first 10-15 minutes of the journey hanging off, like they're hanging people off the sides of the water while the ship is moving, scrubbing the deck to make sure that no blood is getting seeped into the ship, and attracting predators and doing all that stuff.
Yeah, it's not been a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Sharks and stuff. Yeah.
So, and definitely just even the superstition, you don't want demon blood on your boat.
That too.
So,
yes.
Though they do keep the head of the
big one?
chieftain around for a bit. It's up on a pike in the spike in the front of the aft castle right now.
If I catch eyes with Ronve, I'll look at him, nod, go to the head, point to Savroth in the head, or to Golduth.
She walks into like the main door of the aft castle, and comes back out with the harpoon.
Oh.
She's like, "Shall we put this in our trophies, or do you want to keep it?"
I think I've kept it long enough.
So she gives it off to her Herseer, and he takes it.
I actually asked to engrave a small thing, basically a scale feat, something we could put in there, like, oh, I did this, I fought that, I fought this, and like, I want it to be like, this spear pierced Rofros without his death, like that sort of thing, like, oh, he fought this spear and won, it's basically
On the spear.
on the spear, yeah.
And they gave it
Little
And whatever we do, like in
prestidigitation.
Draconic or whatever, it doesn't make any sense to anybody except those that know exactly what it means. But it has
And I really
a stamp
like.
on it.
I think one of the coolest things, and I don't know, spoilers or whatever. Like after this is all over, we have our aftermath session. Our like, hey, this campaign is over. Is I want to do a what are your store? What is extra on your scale now?
like a little crafts project. Like, what are we fitting on this space?
What are the things that you are putting on your scale?
We will absolutely.
That's
do
what I'm
that.
saying. So that's what I want to put on that spear is a Rofros success. Like he, I mean, this thing went all the way through him.
So
kind of like my scale.
Yeah.
So everyone's taking their short rests. Everyone's
Yes.
used their hit dice to recover.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
What happened to the sailor?
Don't waste
What happened to the sailor that was saving another crew from being
that was
yanked off into the? Yeah, I know. Yeah, is he still around?
Yeah, he's going down with you. He's
Yeah.
one of the sailors that's strapped up and ready to go. So it's the Herseer and 4 sailors plus your group.
One more.
Do
We got 155.
Do we get spell
No.
slots back for the short
Not
rest?
for his foot, right?
You have that Pearl of Power though.
Also,
Wizards get spell slots back. For
you
short
tell me
rests.
I'm not going to use my hit dice because I'm only down 4 HP unless by me going around and because
I'll top you off.
Weird.
Because then we're not counting using spell slots to go around and heal crew members. Right?
I'm not going to do that, but you did use Lay on Hands.
Yeah, but I was doing that with him. Like, if he was wounded, I probably would use 4 of my 30 to.
It's fine. I'll heal with my 4.
He's my lord.
You're my boy, bro.
It's like I almost would automatically.
I didn't know
get
you
that
were
4
It's so
back.
nice on that
Yeah.
cell phone.
Yeah, the little scroll I saw.
All right. So everyone's good, right? You guys know what spell slots you have left. You
It's
know what.
right here, Wes. We're keeping it cold for you.
Did you grab his beer?
I did not.
He did.
Well,
It's over here. Actually.
I'm drinking it.
hey.
I'm drinking your beer, Wes.
We have so much respect for you, Wes. Not only are we giving you beer, we're also drinking it for you.
Weird.
We don't want to waste.
Yeah.
No waste.
Don't waste that one.
Oh, it's not going to go to waste.
Don't drink his other beer you took away.
Alright. Fair.
Is that yours?
No, I've got mine here. He was doubling up. He was about to triple up.
You're right.
What is that?
When you're right, you're right.
This one's West.
That's
All
right.
right.
Yeah.
All right. So you can barely see the shore. It's starting to come up, and the Sidereal calls for a stop. You're just kind of in open water. It seems the night has become pretty still. There's still some mist clinging to the air. A little bit of rain wants to swell up and drop. The moon is hanging heavy. Saloon is watching over you, as she would, in such a crazy endeavor. A lunacy endeavor. And she points out, and she says, right where the moon's reflection is, from where we are standing. Yeah, 454.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's how much to get
D&D
every
Beyond.
book. Every book on D&D Beyond is $454,
I don't know if
and
you
the
can
$40
see-
a
I don't know
month.
if you can see this or not, but Wiley kind of has a habit for this.
Yeah, and I buy them physically, and then I buy them digitally again.
Yeah.
So, Red Star. It's like I look over there, I see all these old
Oh, so
games.
there's a
I'm like,
couple of them I look over at.
The Red Star comic?
Red Star comic.
Yeah,
the
that's-
RPG is fucking
Oh,
Is it an
amazing.
RPG for
It's
it?
amazing.
I look over here a couple times and I'm always like, maybe later. Like, I see you, Shadowrun.
Okay, so
You should have a night where you just play like weird.
just grab a random
Yeah.
weird esoteric
Told
game.
you, Wiley tries to kill me. We can just,
Wiley tries
we
to
can
kill
just
me.
Introduce a bunch of different games real fast and knock them out quick.
That's a cool so.
And so it is!
Insomnius.
It's been a minute
Oh,
from
man.
Insomnius.
You missed a crazy
They're about to do something even crazier.
We're gonna do something crazy.
It is cheaper to do it digitally,
Yeah,
and you'll
honestly.
get all the content digitally. But man, do I love those physical books.
Yeah.
There is something about reaching over here and getting your riffs original and being like,
Yeah. Like,
it smells like all the time I spent in it. This isn't even mine.
even if I have the
that's
digital
mine.
book, if I play
That's my
games,
second one.
I know. I'm like,
I'll play games online, and even if I have the digital book, if I have a physical book, I will bring the physical books at the
Absolutely.
computer. Like,
All right.
I loaned mine
So-
to everyone. You got it once. We got it once. My brother got it once. Everyone's held my wrist. but-
So where she stopped, she points out, and where the reflection of the moon is, she's like, right before the reflection of the moon is where those two crash ships are.
take us down, Underhand.
Oh.
Damn it.
So, gear,
No armor.
no armor.
Yeah.
You're taking.
I'll take
You're taking what weapon?
I'm taking my
Javelins.
My javelins, yeah.
Yeah.
Taking your javelins. You have that boat hook or that boat spear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have that. Oh, rusty gaff, yeah.
It's not rusty. It was taken care of.
The hook.
It's
was,
pocked. Like,
oh, okay.
but it's well taken care of. But it is old.
Oh, okay.
It's not rusty, but it is worn down with time.
I'll take that in one hand and javelin in the other.
Yeah,
hand.
you have your bundle
Or I
of
can-
javelins,
Yeah.
tied with you,
Yeah.
and then you're holding the boat
There we
hook. Okay, so again, small piercing weapons or long piercing weapons, daggers.
Damn
Sorry.
it.
That's
Come
fine.
on.
What?
It smells like all the time I spent
Wow. Wow. Inspiration for Insomnius.
in it. What the fuck?
That's his shit, this inspiration.
All right.
I can't
So-
wait to have my wife get mad at me for saying that.
All right.
I can't wait.
It smells
You
like
smell
all the
like
time.
all the time I spent in
Spent
it. She's like, what?
What?
I'm like, nothing.
It's like a red. Just,
Good thing we got
All
a
right.
bunch of big
So I know what
couches in the
weapons you
living room.
have. I know what weapons you have. What weapons are you taking?
Infused blades.
So the infused blades are
salty.
they're curved, so they are designed.
Oh,
You can
that's
still
right.
they are still
Oh,
piercing. You can
they
still pierce
are,
with them.
yeah.
I'm just saying they're designed for slashing. You're gonna have no negatives, but it's a different fighting style, just want
If there are no
I just wanna
negatives,
point
then
that
yeah, I'm also gonna bring the immovable rod just for
to. Oh,
shits
of
and
course.
giggles.
Why would you not have that?
I don't know,
That's a
shit-
great thing to
it
have
should
underwater.
always be on me.
Yeah.
That thing's fantastic. I'm already thinking of ways
So
to
either I'm
fuck
bringing
things
the
up with
mace or I'm not.
Whirlpool?
You can't
No
bring the
problem.
mace.
Yeah, you
Don't
can't
bring the
swing that
fucking
thing.
mace. Have one of my daggers.
No, I'm just
You
saying
have
that's-
daggers, right?
No.
I'll give you a
Wow.
javelin.
I
Yeah,
got
someone
2
can give you a
daggers.
dagger.
Yeah, take a,
No,
take a javelin.
take the
take a
gaff.
javelin.
Take the
I
gaff.
literally have
He
no.
can't use that.
Oh.
That's
I have no other weapon.
It's a beating. He only has beating weapons.
I mean, I had the ring of the ram.
Yeah. Well,
You got the ring of the ram.
you can be
That
given
should
a dagger,
never be off. Of
and
your
you
finger,
know
by the
it's
way.
a
That thing
simple
is
weapon. You
amazing.
can use it.
Yeah.
It's not like you ever use weapons anyway.
I was
So
gonna say I don't ever.
you'll summon a spiritual
Yeah,
weapon.
Spiritual
Toss
So,
you a dagger.
yeah, just
Take it.
here's a
Pencil
dagger.
lead.
Oh, it's the white correction or whatever you were saying.
Oh yeah, it is the white correction. So it starts to fade out. I'm not gonna mess with it right now, but
It looks sparkling. What's
Yeah.
the deal?
it tries to
aging. It's like
Yeah.
it's like opening the
it
Ark of the
tries to
Covenant.
white balance. It tries to white balance the brightness, and it messes up. And I don't like it. But if I turn the auto white balancing off, it messes with the resolution of the camera.
Yeah.
So I need to do some fiddling with it.
So we just
So we're
pretend
diving in?
that it is kind of racist.
Yeah, but
Actually, when the Xbox 360's motion capture thing came out originally, the what is that thing called?
The Kinect, yeah.
It could not identify African American faces.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
They would like wave and jump around and it'd be like,
yeah.
please get closer to the thing. Like, this is ridiculous. And it would happen enough that they had to make corrections for skin
Yeah, they had to
tone.
do,
Yeah. They had a recall.
and it was like
ridiculous. Yeah, it was
crazy
recall.
because it's an infrared camera. Like,
Yeah.
What was
and-
stupid about it was that they got that far all the way to production and distribution before anybody even realized that it
Right.
could.
how many
could
white people were in those test labs?
Right. I mean, good on him for not seeing blackface, but I mean that's not really what we were getting at here.
I'm sorry, sponsors.
Yeah.
Do I need to
By who we
leave my
mean
bag
less.
hiding behind, or
I,
was this 15 pounds?
you definitely, if you take it, you shouldn't open it because it'll start taking on water.
You're talking about your
Yeah, I
bag
would
of
not.
holding?
I would not
Do
take it
not
with you.
Bring that.
Though, if you could get to a place where there's actually
So
air.
leaving that behind means that
What we're really doing here is.
It's like no one. Well, you know, I guess they could leave. The ship could leave with you, like leave with it, or get attacked while you're on there.
We are here to assist.
You should have him hide it.
We will.
Anyway.
Turn it inside out and put it up your bum.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you can take it with you. Just don't open it.
it. Sack of infinite holding. Is that a bag of holding? No,
It
bag
is
of smooth
an
entry.
awkward thing to be
Yeah.
carrying around underwater.
I
Though.
Oh, it went in
it
there.
just seems like a weird thing
Infinite
to
smuggling.
not have with me, considering
Oh,
like,
there it is.
What's in it?
our main mission, despite this little side quest to go get
Yeah.
this.
It's how much do you
Treasures,
trust Ronve and this crew that you made the right
This was
decision.
Positive God.
Yeah, so, as I said before, we are here to assist to
Ayasa
things like that. We
totally volunteers to stay behind and guard it.
Oh, well, there we go.
There we
Leave the
go.
Godstone will be awesome.
whatever we bring back will be split evenly. Anything that we steal from the others will be pirates. Although we bought the ship, their safe passage with us is their payment back. Anything that we gather for ourselves or the group will be divvied up. Anything you stick into
But
a
he's
satchel-
talking about like
The,
if you leave that bag up there and one of Lord Crane's people are still there, or this is a Lord Crane boat and they just
Oh, I'm
sail
sorry.
away with it,
I thought that
like
we
while you're
were-
underwater.
I thought we were trying to like
Well, that'd just be a whole new adventure.
stick in extra jewels
No,
and stuff.
well
without the
that
boat
would be a
seeing,
great thing
like,
to do to help
like-
you get stuff out
That's
with
the
it.
under. I was, that's
Yeah, but that's the
underhand
underhand thing.
Yeah, I'm like,
But the
we
fact
gotta
that you're
steal things.
leaving the Godstone
yeah.
behind,
yeah, that
on the
still makes
boat.
me
Oh, we have a
nervous.
Godstone.
Right.
Yes.
The
So-
what do we call it? Platamantium.
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 I mean, he's pretty big. Maybe leave Rolfrost with it.
Oh.
And so
He really wants to go down.
I know as well. I believe me. We could.
I
take him
also
down
will
there.
stay.
It's like,
I also will stay with it.
All right. I'm glad I asked to stay with her.
Alright,
She's like, she doesn't want to use her fire magic underwater anyway. She's
Weird.
like, it probably won't work. I definitely don't want to go down there.
Does it not work?
Like, so she'll protect the bag. All right, so you have a dagger, but everyone's like stripping down to minimal clothing because
Coin lots.
coin lots,
Yeah, that's what we're
loincloths,
we call them coin
I
lots.
have a coin
coin
purse.
lots.
Yeah, it's all about that money.
Coin lots.
Dollar bills, yeah.
All right.
Coin lots.
So the Herseer and the 4 sailors jump into the water.
I like to call them the righty-tighty.
Yeah, coin lots. Whitey tighties, coin lots.
Yeah. Are
You
you
call them sabcloths? You know?
Sabcloths? Zero sacks.
Zero sacks!
Try down there, just a zero sec.
All right. So the 3 of you are jumping in as well.
A zero snack.
Zero snack. Sorry, I died.
You dive. It becomes immediately dark down there.
It's dark.
Oh, you
Yeah.
like through the water, like.
I can't talk.
Yeah,
It's
like
water.
I mean, it's like there's only it was the morning when you got attacked. You had to recover, do all that stuff. You sailed. Now the moon is up. It's getting dark.
No, we're going in no matter
It gets
what.
pretty dark,
These guys are
and it's
hardcore.
also underwater. I mean, you guys can start casting light on things. That does work down here. You
Can
have
we?
it, right?
I do have light.
It's a cantrip. You can pop it on something.
Can I prestidigitation flashes? Like,
Yeah, it's not very effective. You can even make little floating
Sparkle, like
lights, but it doesn't do a great job.
it's
I mean,
really
But if
again,
you
I'd-
put, like-
I'd probably do it on some row frost.
Yeah, the tip of his gaffing hook
You
was
Dragonborn? I think Wes raises an important question.
which is
They do. It's tucked in like a lizard or
Yeah.
like.
it
a
is. It does
bird.
have a tuck to it.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, it's tucked in. It's,
they are not reptiles.
so it's not a Urana penis.
Yeah, they are not reptiles. They are a mammalian humanoid, a draconic mammalian or a draconic humanoid. They have mammaries. They breastfeed.
yeah,
they do
yeah.
lay eggs though.
Yeah.
It's a weird, crazy magic fantasy hybrid.
Like dinosaurs.
But yeah,
so-
you guys do have a nice little tuck.
Long answer, yes, it's there. Short answer, no, you can't see it.
You think dinosaurs
But they're-
have tits?
I don't.
They don't. I mean, they have
They
nipples,
They may
but
believe,
they
we
can-
believe they may have been warm-blooded, right? Even though they laid eggs.
Jury's out. Depends on who you ask. I mean, they kind of go. in.
Raptors definitely had feathers.
I mean, a lot of them had feathers, but
Yeah. He's talking about it would be tucked in. So nobody
All right.
even sees it, but no.
but it, like you can still
Oh,
wear
yeah.
you can still wear your skivvies. You can still wear some protection. You know.
I'm not really
Some sort of-
concerned about modesty. I have scales.
Well, you fighting the bear most of
It's
the
true.
time.
Oh yes.
You guys do notice. I mean, you guys are like you all know how to swim
notice
to
what?
various
Did I tell you
degrees. You have different levels of athleticism, but being Dragonborn actually makes you look little serpentine, and you are all tailed
Oh, yeah,
Dragonborn.
he's my tail.
So that
Oh,
it
we
helps a
are
little.
tailed.
You are
Oh,
all
fuck, we
tailed.
swim like
Yeah.
motherfuckers. At least if they've seen me do it, it'd be like, cool, let's do it.
You're
Yeah.
super
yeah.
good at it,
Yeah, I'm a
but
swimmer.
You got the technique. Yeah.
So right under that moonlight, like the one little piercing ray that's coming through, there is half of a ship
Good die.
on a spire coming out from the depths of the water. Like the aft of a ship is impaled on this kind of stone coral outcropping, with the coral coming through that aft window that where like the captain's quarters would be, and it's just this hanging ship there.
We are holding our breath.
I point to that and say,
No, the druid cast
Yes, he did say that. Okay,
the druid cast water breathing on
I'm
you.
just double checking.
but would not water talkie.
You can talk,
Oh.
I can.
but
also
it's
massage-
still
different.
it is still muffled.
I can
Yeah.
message you guys easily.
Yeah. So you are still talking through water, but you can breathe in air and talk. It's just, oh, I want to go over here because it's going through water.
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm definitely never to spot. They very much like to inhale things.
Should never gave him that example.
Yeah, sorry. So you follow this spire down,
Get ready for the next 20 minutes.
down. A couple of the other sailors, the Herseer and one other sailor, have lights. The druid cast light.
Like light bulb?
No, on their magically cast on their weapons, just like you have it on your weapon.
Well, it might not be here anymore. It only lasts 10 minutes.
No, he just cast
Oh,
it
you
on,
cast it on. Oh, talking about work.
on your hook. Your
Underwater is pretty good.
yeah.
I like it.
Okay,
I think I'll
so you
put it
follow
in
the
my
spire
pocket.
down into the depths, and you start to get to the ocean floor, and the moonbeam lessens and lessens and lessens, and you are more and more in the dark, just with your little orbs of light that are floating down.
Glowing necklace.
You can add.
Yeah.
Oh, you do
So-
have that. I haven't seen that
Dude,
shit since we
that-
fought the
I
drow.
haven't needed it for a
And
while. Yeah. I love that.
down below, you start to see the tendrils of seaweed
Yeah.
and kelp come up. In those, interspersed with that, the wavy tendrils are spikes of coral and plateaus of stone and the seafloor. And as you see a mast coming out, and you start heading towards that, coming down into the darkness. And that's when you spot, mixed in with all the kelp and the seaweed, you see a hand or a skull and faces, a leg. And that's when the Herser is like, this is it. Or, this is it.
Oh, shoot.
This is it. They mark their territory with the pieces of their prey. And tied into the seaweed all around this shipwreck are bodies, pieces of bodies, many of it torn, part eaten, part decayed from the water. But you see that there's one, there is a ship broken in half with the front half of another ship in between it, buried in all the seaweed and such.
Other than him, do you have a tactical assessment of the situation?
My little two barco who was kind of reflected from cold roll made me wood.
But the ability to believe that.
We don't see anything like shiny or reflective. Is it too dark down here? Or
It's too dark, and
we wouldn't notice like treasure. Wouldn't be.
they'd
just
probably
floating.
hide it
Yeah. Okay.
inside one of these wrecks.
Since my normal question is being answered.
I tried.
And I think-
I really tried to suss it out.
If you look like the mass of the ocean, the pale one little stream of moonlight coming down, that tower that rose up and has the half of the ship impaled, your 7 bodies floating down with 3 or 4 lights among them over this seaweed filled with corpses and
So
these
the
shipwrecks.
The Herser was saying that the marrow marked their territory with body pieces. So we might be. This is a marrow
This is it.
nest.
This is
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. They called it out.
Are
Yeah.
we, or are, we've come down here with nothing. I guess I would have asked the crew ahead of time. Like, are we expecting them to not be here because they attacked us when we killed?
Oh,
a
you
bunch
were
of
in the
them?
bathroom. Yeah, they don't stay at home.
Oh,
They're
okay.
demons. Like they're demons. They're like none of it's like who wants to stay and guard the treasure. No, they all like they're monsters. Let's go.
So we
They
beat
are-
a bunch of them, and we're like, they
Yeah.
got to live near. Okay,
It's
cool.
like they have a treasure
Up where they
stash.
walk,
Right.
up where they walk, up where they go.
So, to
them,
To them, once you slayed the chief and
Goals right there.
and they killed the rest,
wish I could be.
this is completely unguarded treasure just waiting to be taken.
Sorry, Robert's underwater is really good.
Well,
Wish I could be.
And that's where we're gonna end this session.
All right.
We're calling it?
Yeah, we just got to do a funky.
Well, we just got started.
Yeah.
Right.
I know that we started late, and we should probably go for another at least 20 minutes. But this is the start of another, like, a whole thing going on. You exploring these shipwrecks
I thought
down
we were just
below.
getting the bounties of our fight. Now it's another dungeon.
You have
putting fun of
to
us.
find it. And
Right there.
there might be something guarding it. You don't know.
Ah!
This is secondary too. We didn't have to do any of this.
No. You
We
could have
just
just
got in
stayed up
boat
on the
and been
deck.
Like,
Yeah.
damn, man, that was crazy. Remember that time when you
We
guys
have
peered into the
sponsors.
deck?
They want
Yeah.
us to find the thing, forge the weapon.
Oh, I know, Rinsoni, it's tough for us too. We all like work, and I
Yeah.
go to school, and this guy's got
Yeah.
a kid.
Sure.
12:30 at night's a tough
Kill
time
him
to
if I
end.
could, but then I get arrested. And,
No, you wouldn't.
I love that boy.
The only one that has nothing going on is this
But
guy.
I like to go out with him.
Fucking-
Yeah, I'm not. I don't do shit. I go all night.
No, but
Yeah, actually, what time is it where you're in Sony's?
Hmm.
He's like, oh, it's noon. Like
Yeah,
Australia. Like,
yeah.
No, we've gone over
Real
this with Red
estate.
Zonias before.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Oh, wow.
He's on the fucking space station. I forgot about that.
Wow. Gosh.
man,
The ISS.
what's tomorrow like?
Yeah.
he's
Tell us
way-
about the future.
No, it's still today. It's midnight. It's
Oh, yeah,
8,
right.
8:18 a.m.
It's 12:18 on Thursday though. It's 8:18 on
He's
Thursday.
still 8 hours in the future.
Yeah, that means he's in the future.
But it's
Or
not
she.
tomorrow.
I don't
It's
know
the-
what
today
Oh,
for
he's
us,
ba-
too. Yeah,
he's-
it's
By
still-
technicality, because it's 12:18, so we're technically in Thursday.
You wait a minute. You get up at 5:15 in the morning, and then fucking watch us.
I'm fucking
You're
honored.
the best. Like,
yeah.
this, like
Yeah,
this
thank
is
you
your
for doing that, man.
breakfast.
We
This
should
is
just
great.
We should play some more just for that, eh?
Right? Like this is
That's nice.
Rinsonius'
Chili
breakfast.
tea. Oh man.
Fucking breakfast.
I wish I could just do this all the fucking time, man. Just hang out.
Hey, if we
sleep.
could get paid to
fuck
do
it, right?
holy crap,
I mean,
man.
And we're not saying we need any
No,
more
no,
money,
no.
Wes. I'm just saying, if
No,
we could
no,
be
yeah,
professional streamers for D&D, we would do this 2-3 days a
Oh
week.
my god.
Different games,
Yeah,
different
yeah.
group compositions.
We have lots of other stuff. that we
Another
have to play and
Savage
do, so,
Rifts
yeah.
game.
I like Rifts.
I get a notification from the Switch. Oh, okay. He gets a notification when we
I
start
also,
playing.
as even though we haven't done it, I still like that. Like, hey, let's play a new game every week, make a character,
Kill it.
and then kill it. And it's so my idea was originally for the stream was that like we just pick something up here, go through the character creation because it'll take an hour.
Yeah.
It's kind of boring, and then give it like 5 levels, and then have Wiley attack me with something that's like a 30 level, just to watch how combat goes. At the beginning, like, okay, I have like 2 or 3 hits.
Yeah.
Cool, so you just damage. Awesome. Then he's like, well, it's level 30, so roll these dice, this, bam, 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 and just obliterate me.
Yeah, that'd be cool way to explore systems
Right,
and
and
talk about what
explain,
you like
and
don't
while
like
you're
about
making the
it.
character, you're explaining
Yeah,
the entirety of the
yeah.
genre and all
then
this
you can,
stuff. Like,
and then you can see a basic
okay,
level.
hey.
You can see the next level, which would be like level 5 or 10 or whatever. And then you see like the end game, where like this is what you would fight against. Sort of
Yeah.
this is Vampire. This is the clans. This is how it goes. This is the history. What do you want to do? Cool. You make this. You make that. Blah blah. blah. Okay. Here's a rank 5 werewolf. Good luck.
Make the werewolf at once. Make the werewolf at once. Yeah, make the werewolf at
No
once.
way.
Did I eat
There's no
you?
way of that.
Then I
I
eat
played
you.
both those games. It's so fucking.
Especially a 13th gen brand new
God.
vampire.
Yeah,
I thought it'd be like a fun way to like get a feeling for like all these systems because look
Hey.
at all this. I mean, there's so much. I mean, there's a Flash Gordon game right
Thanks
here.
again, Wolfmaster 317.
Wait,
Oh,
look.
seriously, man.
Wes is
Did you,
alive.
he gave us $10 more.
Did he really? Are you kidding me?
Said you
I
asked
thought it was
for
a
it.
typo.
You asked for it. No, we didn't ask for it.
We do
We
appreciate
thank you. We thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That's,
We feel we're undeserving. You
So,
should. Matt
absolutely.
Colville streams on Wednesday nights. You could be watching a professional
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Don't
like,
tell him about the
he
other streams
wrote-
you could be
he
watching.
wrote for Dungeons and Dragons.
He did.
You could be watching him tonight. Instead, you're watching us.
Thank
This
you so
is
much
more
for your
fun.
support.
Thank
we're
you
more
so much.
authentic. We're having a good time. No,
They
we really do appreciate.
kickstarted that game.
We also we voted.
The chain.
So Wolfmaster,
Wow.
we voted a long time ago when we first started streaming that any of the money that comes in would be going towards equipment and I think booze was on the 3rd or something like that. But you're directly contributing. We bought a camera for our kitty that didn't work out so well.
I upgraded my camera here.
But yeah, the money that comes in does go for more. Like, this is nicer. You're seeing more things over here. Our screens are looking nicer as we get a couple bucks here and there.
Yeah, I got the second screen for them for the chat.
Yeah, we have your chats over here. You can't see it.
I upgraded to another.
Yeah, the monitor's nice.
Like, we can see the events.
We're drinking nicer booze. We're having a good time.
Yeah,
I know it's a joke.
We've upgraded to Guinness.
It's a little bit of a joke, but like, seriously, like we're doing this for fun, and if you're having fun with us and you're paying us to see it, we're gonna keep doing it. Obviously, we're gonna keep upgrading. We're gonna keep including. We're gonna keep talking to you. We're gonna be here every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Arizona General Mountain Standard Time, whatever the hell that is.
Thanks, Carl. Yeah,
Wildcat Carl, yeah, totally. You guys, seriously, Rensonius, Wildcard, Wes, Wolfmaster, you guys are awesome. You keep us doing this, keep us entertained. You know, we do this anyway. It's really great having an audience. And like I said, we're here every Wednesday, at 3 hours from whatever time it is now, 4, so. But thanks for coming out, guys.
Yeah.
It's always good to see you.
We'll see you next week.
I turned off the white balance.
Oh.
It's not doing that thing, and it seems to have. Well, it's still doing a little bit of the. It's not as bad. It's not as bad, but it's not doing the thing.
Ask about Dragonborn genitalia.
Yeah, we delved deep. There's actually
Rensonians, don't even worry about it. You don't have to contribute. You can't.
No,
don't
please.
worry about it.
Like,
yeah, you're good, man. We're just happy to see somebody who's watching this, and that we're not just throwing this out there to nobody.
Yeah, you kidding me? From the
showing
ISS.
showing up is showing up from the ISS is we love to engage and stuff like that. We love to engage.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I was I don't want to say the biggest opponent of this, but I don't watch Twitch. I don't watch streams. I don't do any of this kind of stuff. And so I was kind of like, if you want to do it, we'll do it. That's fun for me a lot. You guys are proving me wrong. People do want to watch this if there is kind of a market.
Oh, you should really check it out. There's like way better stuff than this going on. It's cool.
I doubt that, but we appreciate it.
You doubt it.
No, I have nothing better to do with my money.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure that's not the case, but we do appreciate it, and it does go towards the stream. This money's not spent on drugs and alcohol. It really does go towards microphones and cameras and stuff. So yeah,
great.
We should use it for drugs. With
yeah, no, I upgraded my D&D Beyond.
Mm-hmm.
To Game Master level.
I
did, and I bought another $25 worth of content for it. I bought this new camera. I bought.
We had a failed kitty camera.
I failed.
We keep going. Yeah.
I got this. I got the new monitor. So it does contribute towards this. Mm-hmm. We thank you. We thank you very much.
The next is working on the kitty camera, and we have another $80 to give that a shot again. So thank you, Wes, and thanks for coming, Restonians. Wildcard Carl, it's always good to see you at the end. I'm not sure if you're
just
here the whole
people
time.
Hang out with us.
Yeah,
it's like, damn, good to have you all.
He always comes at the end. He's like, "Bye, guys." I'm like, "Have you been here the whole time, Wildcard Carl?"
Well, he was here early on.
He said
here early on.
He said he was off right here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I always hear him at the end. He's like, "All right, bye, guys." I'm like, "If you were you just been watching this?"
No, he was here towards the beginning, and then he just didn't.
Tune in next week as our group goes and gets eaten by sharks or something.
Yeah, right. Underwater.
We're gonna eat a shark. I'm gonna eat a shark by the end.
We have to remember, we just beat our angry GM's Marrow chief.
Oh, he was supposed to be beaten. Yeah, that was a throwaway boss.
Was he supposed to impale me with this shovel?
No, that was because you crit failed and fell down.
That's why I rolled a natural one on that.
So
I made a burn to death twice picture.
I know, that's so good. Oh, you kind of impaled?
Yeah.
That's the new one.
That's the new one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Every time Rofrost dies, I'm like, excellent. You didn't even die this time.
We'll be back next week. We are hopefully either tomorrow night or Sunday night going to be doing our second game, which is with our buddy.
Wes just threw us another
What?
$21.
No!
What?
Stop!
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you drunk?
$100. $100.
He said last week, he's like, I'll be back. Yeah. Hey, Wes.
Oh my God.
I know these guys talk to you more than I do, but you're good. You're a good guy. You're all right.
We need
with us,
to.
so.
We need to get Wes something.
We're gonna figure out something for you, buddy.
Tell me
Don't
to
worry
see.
about that.
We'll make some.
Some
we'll make
flair or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
We're gonna have to like get a DJ Magic Dragon and name it Wes and put it right here and like hit it with stuff or something.
But tomorrow or Sunday we might be hitting up our second game, and we'll be back Wednesday for this game. Thank you for all tuning in. Thank you, Wes, so much. That's ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
We'll get you back.
I guess we're gonna keep playing Dungeons and Dragons now.
Right?
Oh darn.
I know.
Good night,
I fucking
folks.
love this game. Good night.